Well, today is the day before, the night before Thanksgiving. And they're telling us all about how we might be getting a little bit of snow, but not at least for the next 24 hours or so, although we might get a little bit tonight. Good morning. It is Tuesday. Andrew is back after his travels.
Good morning.
How was flying close to Thanksgiving?
Not too bad. Not too bad at all. We left at an interesting time when we left, so it wasn't too bad. The security in Syracuse, shockingly.
That's usually pretty quick. You're usually
Yeah. And then
moving through quickly.
It wasn't too bad in our departure airport either, so all's well that ends well.
Okay.
Then we'll be driving to Niagara Falls for the Thanksgiving
right,
holiday.
You do that.
Hopefully not in a snowstorm.
Not in a lot of snow. All right, let's talk about Monday Night Football. That ended up being a bit of... How did we all make out?
Not one
Let me tell you something.
Not one person picked the Browns, by the way, so that was a wash.
Let me tell you something. I almost beat you with the Chiefs. The Chiefs had a competitive game right there.
Well, I don't think we had the Chiefs on the board.
I thought I did. I thought I picked the Chiefs to lose.
No, we had Ravens, Chargers, Eagles, Rams, Steelers, Browns.
Okay, how do we all make out?
So essentially,
This is our pick'em contest.
Yes.
NFL, I'm in the cellar.
Yes, everybody picked Pittsburgh. As I would calculate,
nobody thought.
Got 1 point because you picked L.A. to beat Philadelphia.
Okay.
I
didn't pick Baltimore last night?
You did.
Okay, good.
So that's 1 point. I got 2 points. I now have taken back the lead for second to last.
Over me. Yeah.
Davey got 2 more points. He's got 27. Wayne fell back by only having 1 correct pick. He now has 23. Let's see. Jake made up some ground. He now has 21. He's tied with you for last.
Lovely.
Picking Philadelphia and Baltimore. And Larry, now, are you ready for this? Larry has taken a share of the lead with Davey, picking Philadelphia and Baltimore.
Davey.
Ooh, someone's nipping at the heels.
Davey.
So we now the official standings now. Larry and Davey in first place with 27 points. Wayne is in lone second with 23. I think I'm in third. Yeah, I'm in third place with 22, and you and Jake are hanging out in the basement at 21.
Lovely. Okay, let's get some air going in here. It's a little toasty. You're sitting there with your coat on. Well, you came back from warm weather, so of course you are.
Well, it's that wet rain, too, with the cold.
Yeah, it is. It is what it is.
So are we going to do these today or tomorrow?
Well, either way. You can do either one.
I mean, we have...
I'm not here tomorrow.
All right, well, we should do them today.
We're picking 5 games.
5 games this week. So this could be a real, this could be good. This could be bad. By the way, there's $200 on the line for the winner, and it's through all the way through. Are we going all the way through? I think we should.
I think we are. Right through the Super Bowl.
Right through to the Super Bowl. Let's see. What do I have? A bunch to get to today. We're going to talk to Lieutenant Mike Curley on the latest in that fatal crash on Broad Street. Another shooting and homicide investigation. Dr. Kent Hall is on later this morning. This morning's free money question, Davey, is worth how much today? $200 today as we head into the final 2 days of this shortened week. Obviously, Thanksgiving is on Thursday, Black Friday, everybody getting ready for their shopping. Much of it done today online. And we'll talk about that just a little bit. A lot of big deals that are out there to take advantage of. And as long as we can stick with sports just for a moment, apparently there are 5 deals on the table for Juan Soto. What do you think he's going to pick?
The one that's going to give him the most money.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that is it.
Here's the teams, if I'm right.
Mets and Yankees.
Mets and Yankees, Blue Jays, Red Sox, and the Dodgers.
I believe you're right.
I don't think he will play on the West Coast, but we'll see.
Here's you kind of wonder with this. This is a problem with dogs when people will have their dogs cremated and the ashes are given to them in a nice little memorial box.
Right.
And there's been a controversy over...
I've heard this
are you getting your dog?
Yeah,
or
are you getting a few pieces of your dog?
A combination of your dog and the other 4 that were put in there.
Yeah.
In Colorado, the owners of a hold on, now it's just blocking me all of a sudden because I have to sign in. The owners of the owners of a funeral home in Colorado. This is not we're not talking about an animal funeral home. This is a human funeral home. The owners of that funeral home are in trouble right now because it's believed that they were giving fake ashes to the families.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. How would you know? Unless you went in and really did your testing, like afterwards. John and Carrie Halford, who own the Return to Nature Funeral Home, began storing bodies in a deposit in a deposit building that was just broken down and in terrible shape near Colorado Springs as far back as 2019, giving families dry concrete in place of cremated remains.
So not even other dogs. It's fake ashes.
No, these are humans.
I
said this happens with, this is how I went into this. We've heard about this happening with humans before. Now or with dogs before. Now Here's a story where it's being done with humans.
Oh, my God.
How would you know is what I'm saying. Now, they had a special thing they were doing and giving, instead of ashes, they were giving dry concrete in place of cremated remains. Last year, a family actually was suspicious, so they tested, and it turned out they weren't even ashes, human remains at all.
Oh, my God.
Plea deals reached between the defendants and prosecutors call for John Halford to receive a 20-year prison sentence and his wife 15 to 20 years in prison. Over the years, they spent extravagantly. Prosecutors say they used customers' money and nearly $900,000 in pandemic relief funds to buy laser body sculpting, fancy cars, trip to Vegas and Florida, cryptocurrency, and other luxury items.
What in the world?
All while giving people fake
So you
ashes.
still have to do something with the bodies, correct? If they're paying you money,
I imagine
why wouldn't you just complete the service?
I imagine they were just burning the bodies. The bodies, which prosecutors say were improperly stored, actually the bodies never were burned. Were discovered last year when neighbors reported a stench coming from a building. So they weren't even cremating the bodies. That's a step that we'll take care of later.
This goes under the dumbest thing I've ever heard category.
It really is when you think about it.
Because you have the device or the oven or whatever it's called. You have the device to do it.
Maybe the oven wasn't working. It doesn't say why they didn't follow through. The bodies were too decayed for visual identification. The building was so toxic, responders had to wear hazmat gear in order to get in. The discovery of the bodies at Return to Nature prompted state legislators to strengthen what had been among the laxest funeral home regulations in the country in Colorado.
Oh, my
God. But it does not say why they just didn't. Why not just burn the bodies?
I know, and you're still getting paid for it. It's
or
not
maybe
any extra effort.
Maybe they weren't cremating the bodies. They had to take it somewhere else and pay to have the bodies cremated. I don't know. But one would think the smartest thing to do would be to just burn the bodies and give the ashes to the family.
Like a normal funeral home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wouldn't cost you that much, and you'd still be making a ton of money to go to Vegas. I don't understand.
And you know how much concrete costs nowadays?
National Weather Service saying, beware, we could be dealing with, both tomorrow and Thursday, we could be dealing with some lake effect snow. And the temperatures are going to come down, and any of that rain we might be receiving could very well turn to snow. We could have a snowy Thanksgiving, especially during the Thanksgiving commute. So it's being said.
That's what they say.
That is what they say.
I'll tell you right now, if the temperature was
aware.
a bit cooler this morning, you'd see a lot of it.
Probably would. We're not all that cold right now. After 117 years of the law being on the books, I'm sure you've seen this. It is no longer illegal to cheat on your wife or your husband.
I saw this.
I think the we're getting the wrong message here. Because we're saying all of a sudden the New York State legislature
Go nuts.
is saying it's okay to cheat on your spouse, when really that is not what is happening. Governor Hochul on Friday signed the bill repealing a seldom used 117-year-old law that made adultery a misdemeanor, a Class B misdemeanor, punishable by up to 3 months in jail and a $500 fine in New York. I can't imagine that this has been used in the last 50 years, but this is not a free pass. Right. However, it is kind of ridiculous to think that if somebody cheated, they could go to jail.
And it would still have, adultery will still have consequences in your divorce battle.
Oh, and it's going to have consequences within the four walls of your
yeah.
bedroom or your home.
Without a doubt.
So, proceed with caution is what I would say. But it is no longer legal. Should it be legal? I don't think so. Illegal, I mean. Should it be illegal? I really don't believe that it should. The latest on Delmonico's is they had another health test.
Yeah, and all of the violations are gone.
And even some of those where there were holes in the wall and places for mice to
the door
get in.
sweeps were installed. And
so I got to tell you, we had every year in our basement, I have the problem of, I think everybody does.
Little Mickey.
Mice come in.
Yeah.
And this year I had spotted a dead mouse. And it was right while we were talking about this story. It was just the weirdest thing in the world.
So funny.
Anyway, so I am always very proactive. I hate to put out the poison because they end up dying in your wall or something. You smell terribly. Nonetheless, I've tried everything else. There are a couple of things. I wonder if anybody's used the 5-gallon pail with the little walkway, and then the minute the mouse gets at the end, they fall into the pail.
Oh, yeah.
Preferably filled with water.
Yeah, right.
Some are humane about it, and they take the pail out and let them out.
They dump them to a spot so it can find its way. It's like a little...
They're only going to come right back in your house. They're just going to come right back in, unless they're dead.
Unless you kill them.
So I haven't used that, but somebody told me about it the other day. If you have, I'd love to hear from you, 315-736-0186. And so using the poison, and then I had gotten the little sticky pads.
Yeah.
These are pads that when a mouse comes walking across them, apparently they get stuck on them, and there might be poison on there that kills them, or they're stuck there.
Yeah.
So I put them all in. So it is a closet that is our basement is done over. So this is a closet that is unfinished. So you see the actual basement floor, and the hot water heater is in there, and they like that because it's warm.
Yeah, nice.
Right? Although the whole basement is warm, nonetheless. I put those in there. All of a sudden, I'll check the next day, and it's moved or it's gone. The pad is gone. It's like the mice are like, oh, we're not falling for this.
Push.
But I also had some packets of poison in there, and they fell for that. They ate up the poison pretty well. But I have this high intensity flashlight, so I open the door and quickly, just in case there's something there, I want to see it. And sure enough, a mouse starts walking across, and like a deer in headlights, this was a mouse in headlights, looking into the light, not moving. And
you caught me.
And the thing's just looking at me. So I'm like, do I just step on it? What do I do? And then the mouse just kind of kept walking away and walked into the distance. Now, what I did notice, around the sticky pad, that sticky pad didn't work. This was a fairly large mouse, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And
you got to go with the classic cheese or peanut butter with the
I think you kind of do. I think you have to. You got to kill them. That sticky thing doesn't work.
And your cat doesn't. I know
you can't. If there's poison, you got to make sure the cat can't get to the poison.
I'm just saying that we've got 2 cats.
And you don't want your cat eating the mouse if you're killing it with poison.
Right. No. So I think we've seen very few mice at our house. We had one in the garage about a week or so ago. But I think our one cat is not having any of it.
Okay, well, you may be.
We were getting lucky in that.
Our cat is. We'll get the mouse and play with it.
Right.
Or worse, you're lying in bed. All of a sudden, the cat comes up with the mouse that's not dead yet and plops it right beside your head as you're sleeping in your
present.
It's a problem. Jack in Rome. Good morning, Jack.
Bill, I have the cure for you.
Oh, you do. I like it.
Yeah.
What do you have?
I got a mousetrap that'll work for you. It works with a bucket.
Is this the same thing as it's got the little walkway and then
It's got a walkway, but it how do I put it? Here, hang on.
okay.
I've been watching several stuff, but it's called a dizzy dunk.
A dizzy dunk.
The Dizzy Dunk
Yep.
by Hasbro.
As seen on TV.
It's not Hasbro.
Okay, so how does it work?
It's got 4 sets of paddles, and when they go in the side of it, you put the like peanut butter and some other stuff that they eat on it, and a little bit around it because they won't go up unless they have to go up it.
Yeah. Okay.
And they just go into it, and as soon as they get on the paddle, it dunks them in. I'm going to Utica to drop my better half off. I'll swing by the station and I'll give it to you.
Oh, you have
awesome.
one. Wow,
That's
that's
cool.
awesome.
Make sure you call Davey and let him know.
Try.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you to try, and I'll tell you how to get it.
Okay. Well, I won't take it. I just want to look at it, and then you can take
I want you to take it.
Okay,
I want you to
all
take it and try it.
Okay, I'll try
All right,
it.
so this is under the category of humane, right? Because the thing will drop and won't die,
it's
and then
humane.
you. Yeah.
Yes, it's humane.
I'm not sure I want to be humane, though.
Well, listen.
Couldn't you fill it?
Native species.
Okay.
You can even add water in it and drown them.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh my!
I think they gotta go.
I think what you can do is you can give it a chance. You tag it, right? Put a little
give it a
tag
try.
on the mouse.
I'm going to
Give it a
tag
try,
the mice like
tag
Marlon
it.
Perkins.
Yes, and then tag it. Throw it out into the woods or the nature
when
somewhere.
you throw them out, don't go nowhere near your area. Go far away.
Yes.
Boy, do I have a place to drop it. I got a
Do
perfect
not bring
place.
it near my house.
All right.
I'll see you a little bit.
Okay, thank you, Jack.
All
All right. So
All
we're
right,
going to
so-
try out his mousetrap.
John in Deerfield, Nutella for mice works pretty good. Or just don't kill the snakes in the yard. Snakes will manage your mouse population.
Well, we had a few of those, too, because I have a little pond. So if you have that, you're going to get wildlife that they're going to come in after the frogs and stuff like that. Let me break quickly. All right, we're at least going to see how this thing works. And,
I like it.
Maybe this is a new business for us, side business, killing the mice. I'm going to find ways to kill the mice. Davey says no. It'd be the three of us. We probably make more money doing that than we do at this job, Davey. I'm just telling you. Quick break, and we'll come right back here. It's Tuesday morning at WIBX.
Black Friday is on at Mattress Express. Take 5 years to pay with no money down for qualified buyers. Save up to $1,000 on select Purple sets, $500 on Tempur-Pedic, $400 on Sealy, and $1,350 on Puffy. Shop nowhere else.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Eye Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacin-capted Pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
The Big Black Friday weekend sale Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Big Apple Music. Get 20% off their already low price on any musical instrument and accessory. Every guitar, keyboard, digital piano, band instrument, everything in the music store. Take an additional 20% off their already low price and lay away it now and still get the 20% discount. Choose from the best brands like Gibson, Fender, Yamaha, and so many more. Save big this Black Friday weekend at Big Apple Music. Commercial Drive in New Hartford and BigAppleMusic.com.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacin-capted Pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, a lot of people on this. Well, it's that time of year where the mice come in. Unfortunately, due to food, trash, etc., if a restaurant does have mice, it's because they aren't setting traps. You need to use the large sticky pads and the peanut butter in the center. All right. I will tell you.
You have to put something on the pad.
My daughter had a problem in New York City with mice, and they looked like woodchucks. They were huge. They weren't afraid of anybody. And it was not a rat. It was a mouse. These mice, they chewed through a peanut butter jar. It was bad. She had to move into a hotel for a week, and while the apartment building cleaned it out. Tanya Powers, good morning. How are you? Do I have Tanya here?
Good. How are
there
you?
she is. She's back. Good morning, and happy this is the day before, the night before Thanksgiving.
When everybody gets their party on.
Happy that. Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
So the belief is travel this year is going to be possibly, I think we say this every year, but it seems like record-breaking this year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna go really quickly through some things that you need to know because I've got about a minute and a half with you. But the new rules from the Transportation Department are something you need to look at if you're going to fly for the next anytime in the next, well, especially the next 7 days. But I mean, the rules are good from now on. But they've just put a brand new bunch of rules in place for air travel as far as what the airlines have to do to refund your money or compensate you if they cancel or significantly delay your flight.
Okay.
There's a bunch of stuff that goes along with this where they have they created new rules on how quickly they have to get your stuff back to you, your cash refund back to you. They need to be automatic. They have to, usually in the past, you've had to jump through a lot of hoops. You've had to go and file this paperwork, and you've got to turn it into that person, and you got to email it by so-and-so day. They make you jump through all these hoops, and then they might give you a voucher. This cuts all that out. This basically says to the airlines, no, this is what you're going to have to give these people's money back, and you're going to have to do it in a hurry. There are rules surrounding what qualifies. There are also rules for if your baggage is delayed, if you pay for things like Wi-Fi or in-flight services that you don't get, they have to refund those too. There's a lot of new changes. These are basically all aimed at helping the consumer, honestly.
I got to tell you, the Wi-Fi thing is a big scam. You get on, you buy it, and then it doesn't work the whole time, and you're out the money. So maybe this would be a solution to that problem.
Yeah, if you go to transportation.gov, there's a dashboard on the Department of Transportation's website that spells out the new rules. You can also just Google new airline refund rules, and you'll probably find several other things on that. But take a look at this if you're flying, because you need to know what your rights are, because this has changed, and it's basically, from what I'm seeing, it looks like it's for the better for air travelers, honestly.
Okay, are you covering the Macy's parade this year?
Yes, I am.
Okay, all right. And I know your time is up, so we have to let you go. But Tanya,
right, thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Uh-huh.
Happy holidays. And away she goes. If you are doing traveling, good luck if you're flying. It's
yeah.
If there's ever a time where it's kind of tricky, this is the time. Oh, a couple of comments. Donna. You have a cat. You should be all set. The cat plays with the mouse. And then let's see. I'll get back to that one coming up in a second. Let's see, what else do we have? I want to get to.
Well, the whole discussion started with the fact that Delmonico's
has basically
received a new clean bill of health,
and everything was corrected according to the health department.
Yeah, new tile where there were cracked tiles. There was grout in the tiles, and I guess that's what for maintaining cleanliness in the floor.
Yes, right, because stuff can get into the cracks and bacteria and all that.
No
stuff.
more tracks or traces of mice at the feet of diners anymore, at least as far as
that
this
was a big
big
problem.
Yeah,
and they issued a statement that apologized, I think, and basically said they're taking this very, very seriously. They also mentioned vendors, blaming vendors because it is possible. I mean, we had this actually happen at our home. We had purchased something and brought in pantry moths. They didn't just show up. They came in a product. And it might have been I forgot exactly what the product was, but it definitely came in that product. And once you get them in your house, it's hard to get rid of them. Mm-hmm. Very difficult to get rid of them. They're not as bad as obviously cockroaches or anything like that, but they're still a real problem. And apparently no sightings of cockroaches. Also bugs at Delmonico's. Florida mom was arrested after she threatened Lyft riders with a gun at a McDonald's. She dropped the gun and ended up shooting her teenage daughter in the shoulder by accident.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Here is the judge explaining the charges. So that almost sounds a little familiar, right? Isn't that what happened at the school in Frankfurt? Now, we don't know who was shot. They have not released who was shot. But that's really kind of what happened there.
Yeah, well, there's since been a revocation of the pistol permit for that individual.
Police officer, was an off-duty police officer, has had his pistol license revoked, and he turned in, I believe, 6 guns, 3 of them that were not registered. Anyway, the Florida mother arrested after she threatened Lyft riders with a gun at McDonald's. The gun fell off. She dropped it, and it hit her daughter. Here's the judge explaining the charges to the woman who's been arrested.
You were arrested for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, battery, and culpable negligence. During a gunshot into the juvenile has been shot. So it's $5,000 on each of those counts. No contact directly or indirectly with the victims. Do you understand?
She is able to have contact with her daughter, though.
That's good.
Because she was the really only victim. Sad news on Elton John. Have you seen this?
No, I have not.
Elton John has revealed that he is not able to make new music, and why is that? Do you know why?
Arthritis.
No, he can't see.
Oh, he can't see?
Apparently, he can't see.
Oh, my gosh.
Which didn't stop Ray Charles.
No, it did not.
But apparently...
Well, I guess writing new music, maybe.
Maybe it is.
Would be a challenge.
Yeah, he says, revealed on Good Morning America that he's not able to make new music because he can't see. His documentary, Elton John, Never Too Late, debuts on Disney Plus, coming up on December 13th. Here's audio on that one.
I unfortunately lost my eyesight in my right eye because I had an infection in the south of France. And it's been 4 months now since I haven't been able to see. And my left eye is not the greatest. So there's hope and encouragement that it will be okay. But going into the studio and recording, I don't know. Because I can't see a lyric for a start. I can't see anything. I can't read anything. I can't watch anything.
Ray Charles had an amazing memory.
Yeah.
Right? He was able to see. But I guess this is the difference. When you're born that way and this happens later in life, it's probably a lot harder for the person like Elton John. Whereas Ray Charles had that amazing sense beyond his eyesight, which allowed him to be able to. Stevie Wonder, all of them, same way. Here's Jake. Good morning, Jake. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Oh, Jake wants to make his picks, the NFL picks, as we are going into a very busy NFL week.
There is only 4 games unless we pick a new one because Megan had put Ravens and Chargers twice. They're not playing each other again this week. So
Okay.
So we're going to do 4 games.
Pick another game. We're
if
only doing
you
4.
want, we can substitute it with the Raiders and Chiefs on Friday.
Yeah, the Black Friday game.
All right,
That's a good
let's
idea.
do that.
All right, Jake, we're going to throw the game at you. You tell us who you feel is going to win.
So there'll be 5 picks.
Yes.
Total of 5.
There's 3 games on Thanksgiving.
Jake, me and you were in the cellar. This is our...
But 21 correct picks, that's not bad.
Oh, no, it's really good. You'd make money that way.
Right.
Yeah. If you were picking the money line, you're making money with that.
Yes, you are.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, and they're looking at us, Jake, like we're stupid.
Nobody's looking at you like that.
There are $100 bills falling out of our pockets. Okay, here we go.
All right,
Jake.
first game on tap for Thanksgiving Day is Bears-Lions.
Oh, boy. Hey, I think Detroit's up for an upset.
Well, remember, these Thanksgiving Day games,
Green
all
Bay
bets
beat
are
the
off.
Lions last year on Thanksgiving.
I know. And the Bears' record, they're under 500, but they can hurt you, too.
I know. They've lost 2 close games.
The Bears. Yeah. Okay, who are you going to go with?
I'm going to take the Lions.
All right. Yeah, and put me down for the Lions also.
That's funny. Me
too.
I'm going to go with them, too.
You got to go with the I mean, it didn't work the other night with Cleveland, but you got to go with the favorite.
I know.
Okay, here we go. Next game.
Giants-Cowboys.
The toilet bowl.
The dumpster fires.
The Cowboys are just coming off a big win.
Cowboys.
Yeah. I mean, is this the chance for DeVito to Cowboys? Put me down for the Cowboys.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, let's get Davey in on these 2 here. Davey, who are you picking? Lions, Bears, Giants, Cowboys?
Lions.
Okay, and then the Cowboys, Giants.
Cowboys.
Yeah, okay. Me too.
We're all going to do that. And if there's an upset, there's an upset. Next game.
Dolphins, Packers.
I'm going with the Dolphins on that
Packers.
one. I'm going to take the Dolphins. This is my chance This is my chance. I do think the Dolphins are the team that's coming alive. Tim Reed was in yesterday talking about that. I completely agree.
I can't go against my boys after that win last week.
No, I love Green Bay.
All right.
Yeah. Davey?
Packers.
I don't like to pick my team in any gambling or betting.
Could you imagine if I nail these two others? I gain 2 on you guys.
All right, moving on. Raiders Chiefs Friday.
At Kansas City.
I'm not sure. Hold on, let me check.
It is at Kansas City.
Are you absolutely sure? Last
you
week
wrong
you
last
told us, and it
I
wasn't.
hate to say it, but Kansas City.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Yes, they are there. All
That's
right,
at KC.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
The Raiders always play them tough, and they have lost the first meeting of the two. So
Man, there's a lot of picks here.
But the Raiders have no quarterback. Minshew got hurt, so they don't know where they're going.
All right.
So you're going with the Chiefs too there, Davey?
Yes.
All right, and finally, the Sunday marquee matchup of Bills 49ers.
Is this at San Francisco?
No, this game is in Buffalo.
In Buffalo. Yeah, I'm going with the Bills.
Me too. Buffalo.
Yeah. Bills are the hottest team in football right now.
Yeah. Well, I was listening to Pat McAfee's show.
Yeah.
Have you ever? Okay. And he said he's picking for the Super Bowl Kansas City and Detroit. I don't see the Lions going to the Super Bowl.
I can see the Lions going to the Super Bowl before I can see the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl.
Well,
Because the Chiefs have been lucky. They almost lost to the Panthers on Sunday.
I understand
the
that.
Panthers.
I understand that, but the Chiefs find a way to get better in the postseason.
Davey, you're picking the Bills?
Yeah. All right, Jake, thank you, man.
Listen, have a nice Thanksgiving, guys.
You do the same.
You too.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Are you picking the Bills?
Yeah, I'm picking the Bills. Oh, yeah.
I have an opportunity to distance myself from the two of you.
So you're picking the 49ers?
No, I picked the Bills, but you picked
the Dolphins.
And I picked, who else did I pick differently?
You didn't pick anything different. You picked the Cowboys, right?
He picked the Dolphins over the Packers. That's the only game that he picked.
Okay, Davey, stop being so snotty.
I'm not.
For God's sakes. I can hear it in your voice. I can hear it in your voice.
So we just need Wayne and Larry's picks.
And then we're good.
If I was being snotty, you would know.
Whoa.
I think that in itself was a little snotty.
Yeah, it was.
I wasn't being snotty.
He's a little bit.
A woman in Nashville posted a video of her dad listing things her mom has said to him that he could never say to her. This is, let's see, what time is it? I have 2 minutes. This is before my wife wakes up. This happens all the time. There is an absolute
There is a thing called YouTube,
truth to this. Let me tell you something. If I were to say the things to my wife that my wife says to me, we would be in a huge fight.
No, I mean,
you cannot. It just
right,
is the way it is.
You have to just take it. You have to take it.
Here's what this guy says.
Things your mother has said to me that I could never say to her. Okay. Change your pants before we leave. Your ass is sagging. Number 2, fix your hair. You look like an axe murderer. That's terrible. This one is my favorite. Fix your shirt so your belly isn't sticking out.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't have a belly. All these years I'm doing sit-ups, push-ups. I don't have a belly.
Stop talking. You sound stupid. I mean, these are things that I hear from my wife all the time.
Why are you the way you are?
If I were to say those things to her, we would be in couples therapy.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
The things she says to me, if I were to say that to her, we would be in big trouble.
It's a universal rule of men.
And my time is up. I can't talk about this anymore. We have news coming up top of the hour. The day before the night before Thanksgiving. Good morning.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
He's threatening to impose tariffs. I'm Dave Anthony. Fox News President-elect Trump in a Truth Social post wrote that by executive order, he'll impose 25% tariffs on all products from Canada and Mexico coming into the U.S. For not doing enough at their borders to stop illegal immigration and drugs, he's also threatening 10% tariffs on China.
A spokesman at the Chinese embassy in Washington says China believes that the China-U.S. economic and trade cooperation is mutually beneficial in nature. No one will win a trade war or a tariff war. It's unclear, though, if Trump intends to use the threats as a negotiating tool. Canada's Deputy Prime Minister says Canada places the highest priority on border security and the integrity of our shared border. We will, of course, continue to discuss these issues with the incoming administration.
That's Fox's Madeline Rivera. Trump critics have warned since tariffs are actually paid by importing companies here in the U.S., the cost could be passed on to us, causing more inflation. Because Trump won the election and presidents can't be prosecuted, his two federal indictments are going away.
Special counsel Jack Smith asked for the dismissal in both his cases against President-elect Trump, though we're still waiting for the appeals court to officially dismiss the documents case. Smith was supposed to bring the election interference case to trial back in March after Trump was charged with trying to overturn the 2020 election results.
Fox's David Spahn. Israel's cabinet meets today considering stopping the fight against Hezbollah in Lebanon.
As senior politicians discuss an initial 60-day ceasefire in the war with Hezbollah, Israel's military continues its assault. Lebanese authorities say at least 31 people were killed in airstrikes on Monday, while 10 or more rockets were reportedly fired at northern Israel last night.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. It is a big getaway day with busy airports this morning ahead of Thanksgiving. This man's going through Atlanta and advises everyone.
Be prepared for anything that could and may go wrong. So come here as early as possible.
So far, only 25 flights canceled across the U.S. America's listening to Fox News.
Police officer and K-9 handler Jacob Russell Chaffins was fatally shot while attempting to serve warrants for domestic violence offenses. And thanks to friends like you and your generosity, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation gave the Chaffins family the gift of a mortgage-free home. There's so much more to do, and to say thank you to our nation's heroes and their families for their immense sacrifices, all for us. Donate $11 a month. Go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org. When they say free, they really mean check the fine print. They say free iPhone, but only if you trade in your $1,000 phone, pay $100 a month for unlimited data, and also a $35 activation fee. Now, Pure Talk, they have a better option. You'll get a brand new iPhone 14 with unlimited talk, text, 15 gigabytes of data, mobile hotspot for just $50 a month. Just dial pound 250, say the keyword save now. You'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Pure Talk.
The Menendez brothers will have to wait a little longer to find out if they'll be set free after hearing in a California court. And their conviction and life sentence with no parole for murdering their parents gets new attention.
A judge postpones Eric and Lyle Menendez's resentencing hearing to January 30th, giving incoming LA County District Attorney Nathan Hochman time to review the case.
It involves reviewing thousands of pages of prison records, thousands of pages of trial transcripts from 2 months-long trials.
Hochman telling Fox's The Story he'll assess the outgoing DA's recommendation their life sentences be changed to 50 years to life. If approved, they'd be eligible for parole. Defense attorneys say new evidence proves the siblings acted in self-defense when fatally shooting their parents in 1989, alleging years of sexual abuse by their father, Jose, citing a resurfaced letter Eric wrote to a relative and another accusation against Jose. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Some Americans trying to lose weight could save money doing it. The Biden administration proposed this morning a rule making millions of people eligible to have weight loss drugs like Ozempic or Wegovy covered by Medicare or Medicaid, though that would have to be finalized after President-elect Trump takes office. On Wall Street, stock futures are up slightly the day after the Dow surged again, 440 points to close at a new record high. On Monday Night Football, Harbaugh 3.
John Harbaugh has now beaten his brother Jim in all 3 of their NFL encounters. The Ravens improved to 8-4 by defeating the Chargers 30-23. Lamar Jackson tossed 2 touchdown passes. The first went to Rashad Bateman to cap a 93-yard drive late in the first half. Baltimore kept that drive alive by converting on 4th and 1 from its own 16-yard line. Justice Hill added a TD with a 51-yard score in the 4th. The Ravens have won 8 of their last 10, while the Chargers' 4-game winning streak came to an end.
That's Bob Mortale. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Good morning, WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM news time, 7:05. I'm Andrew Derminio. Right now, we still have rain showers and 39 degrees. Your full weather forecast is coming up. This update brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit clintontractor.net. A Rome police officer is continuing to recover after being injured in the line of duty. The incident began Sunday when Lindell Reed, who police had been looking for because they wanted to check on his well-being, went to the police station. Officers determined he should not be driving, and when they tried to get him to stop, Reed drove away. An officer ended up getting dragged for about 2 blocks and suffered lower leg and other injuries. Reed was caught yesterday and is being charged with assault. A Utica man was charged with drunken driving following a 3-vehicle crash at the intersection of Route 5 and Genesee Street Saturday evening. New Hartford police say Mang O Lwin was westbound on Route 5 at about 6:30 p.m. Saturday when his 2016 Infiniti crashed into a 2012 Jeep SUV being driven by 67-year-old John Ryan of Westmoreland, who was also westbound. The collision caused Ryan's Jeep to crash into a westbound 2009 Toyota SUV driven by 23-year-old James Pout of Utica. Responding officers found Lewin's SUV on fire with him trapped inside. Police officers freed him from the driver's seat while the New Hartford Police Department doused the flames. Those involved suffered minor injuries and were treated at the scene. New York State Police and other area law enforcement agencies will be cracking down on drunken and distracted driving over the Thanksgiving holiday. The crackdown started on Saturday and will run through Sunday, December 1st. The crackdown will involve increased patrols and checkpoints from the state police, local sheriff's offices, and other police departments. The crackdown will focus on impaired and distracted driving. During the 2023 Thanksgiving holiday period, troopers arrested 178 drivers for DWI, issued 4,349 speeding tickets and 362 tickets for distracted driving. These crackdowns are held every year during major holiday weekends. The Salvation Army has officially launched the 2024 Red Kettle campaign. The goal this year is to raise $150,000 to help individuals who need support from the Salvation Army's food assistance, food pantry, and emergency assistance programs. New to the iconic red kettles this year is Tip Tap, which allows people to donate using a tap-to-pay method where they can give between $5 and $20. The Red Kettle campaign runs through Christmas Eve. And 2 turkeys have now been pardoned by President Biden at the White House. Peach and Blossom, both from Minnesota, arrived in D.C. over the weekend. The turkeys will be brought back to Minnesota to live out their lives at the Farm America after being pardoned. The first turkey pardon is thought to have been issued by President Abraham Lincoln in 1863 after his son Tad asked Lincoln to spare a turkey's life ahead of the family's Christmas dinner. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM News Time 7:08. Your weather forecast is brought to you by the new Destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville.
Cloudy, breezy to windy and chilly out there today. Showers this morning. A few peaks of afternoon sun. Highs today, middle to upper 40s. Partly to mostly cloudy tonight. Slight chance for a couple of snow showers overnight, down around or below freezing. Mix of clouds and sunshine Wednesday. Highs tomorrow, low to mid 40s. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Right now, 39 under cloudy skies with rain showers. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM News Time 7:09. Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43, local contractors. The Baltimore Ravens were victorious over the Los Angeles Chargers on Monday Night Football. You heard it right here on WIBX. The final score, 32-23. Los Angeles Rams wide receiver DeMarcus Robinson is facing DUI charges. He was arrested early Monday morning and arrested for driving under the influence. Police say Robinson was observed driving over 100 miles per hour before he was pulled over and subsequently arrested. He was cited and released to a responsible party. According to the California Highway Patrol, the arrest came hours after Robinson caught a touchdown pass for the Rams in their 37-20 home loss to the Eagles on Sunday Night Football. Major League Baseball is making a change to the Rays' schedule. The league switched a pair of series to avoid summer rain at Steinbrenner Field, which is where the team will play while repairs to Tropicana Field are being made. Tampa will play 19 of 22 games at their temporary home to open the season, and 69 of their last 103 will take place on the road. The Rays will only play 8 home games in July and another 8 in August. Tropicana Field won't be playable until 2026 due to roof damage sustained from Hurricane Milton back in October. However, the St. Petersburg City Council reversed course and denied funding to repair the stadium late last week. I do believe that's because a new stadium is in the works to be built sometime in the late 2020s.
2028.
Thank you. The top, which is the late 2020s. The top 5 teams remain the same according to the latest college basketball coaches poll. Kansas, UConn, Auburn, Gonzaga, and Iowa State are once again leading the way. What else do we have for you here? The Giants doing their best to relax their top playmaker. Head coach Brian Daboll spoke with wide receiver Malik Neighbors Sunday night and again Monday morning after the rookie expressed frustrations following their loss to the Buccaneers. He questioned why he had not been targeted until the second half when they were already down 30 points. New York is last in the NFC East at 2-9 and will visit the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. In other news, former Giants quarterback Daniel Jones cleared waivers and is now officially a free agent. The Jets are sticking with Aaron Rodgers as their starting quarterback. The Knicks set a new season high in scoring after blowing out the Denver Nuggets 145-118 at Ball Arena. The Nets won back-to-back games and 3 of their last 4 after rallying for a 128-120 victory over the Golden State Warriors at Chase Center. And Syracuse Orange football at 8-3 will host 10-1 Miami Saturday afternoon. And the basketball team will be playing the 3-2 Orange will host Cornell tomorrow night. If you're dealing with back, knee, wrist, arthritis, shoulder, neuropathy pain, or foot and ankle pain like I was dealing with, you need to try out Revive Softwave Therapy. I know I talk about it a lot, but it bears repeating because Dr. Tim and his staff are dedicated to getting you better and free from pain. You know, you don't want to take the pain injections anymore out in another area, another region of the state. You don't want to have to be reliant on, dangerous and sometimes addictive pain pills. Well, why not try a natural remedy, an FDA-cleared, non-invasive, and drug-free treatment for chronic pain, inflammation, and all joint issues? This device sends high-speed sound waves to the impacted area, which directs your body's natural stem cells and blood flow to the impacted area to promote that natural healing. And Dr. Tim Delmedico believes in this technology and this treatment so much, he sold his chiropractic business to solely focus on treating people with this device. He actually sells this device to other practitioners so that they can help their patients with SoftWave as well. He's the first to bring it to the area, and he is an expert in this technology, and he wants to help you. So give him a call, 315-725-8427. They helped me with my foot and ankle pain. After just 6 visits, my pain went from an 8 to gone. 315-725-8427, 315-725-8427. You can go to the website as well, reviveutica.com. Let the healing begin with Revive Softwave Therapy, 2709 Genesee Street in Utica.
Coming up, we'll do Hobica's free money question of the day. And today, it's worth $200.
Oh, yeah. You're picking the amount. You've taken the responsibility.
Davey already did. Okay. Yeah. Right, Davey? You picked $200. $200 on the line. We'll get to it coming up at 7:35.
Get ready to deck the halls and make your home merry and bright this holiday season with Adirondack Home Furniture. Create lasting memories with friends and family around a new dining room set or in a new living room. With over 40 quality living and dining rooms available, you're sure to find the perfect pieces that match any style. Relax, unwind, and rejuvenate this holiday season with a new luxurious bedroom. From sofas to dining tables, bedroom sets to comfy recliners, Adirondack Home Furniture in the Old Riverside Center has what you need to create your dream home for the holidays. With free local delivery, sale prices on in-stock items and special orders, and a knowledgeable staff, your home will be ready for the holidays in no time. Adirondack Home Furniture has a large line of quality, USA-made furniture from top manufacturers. Wishing you a happy holiday season, Adirondack Home Furniture, Horatio Street, Utica, or browse their inventory online at AdirondackHomeFurniture.com.
Hey, Jen. OMG, look how busy it is in here. How'd you get all these customers?
Yeah, this month has been a record breaker for us. For a long time, we had decent business coming in from word of mouth, but we weren't growing. Lately, though, a lot of new folks have been finding us online, and that's made all the difference.
That's terrific. I wish I could figure out how to do that for my shop, but I have no idea where to start.
Just do what I did. It's not as hard as you'd think. Go to mylocalcustomers.com to see exactly how many searches there are for businesses like yours.
Okay, then what?
If you see that there are a good number of clients searching in our area, you'll also get some suggestions for the best way to get their attention.
Do you think there are a lot of people searching for my business?
There's only one way to find out. Go to mylocalcustomers.com. It's quick, easy, and free.
Go to mylocalcustomers.com for a free local customer analysis that will show you how many customers are searching online for your type of business. It's quick, easy, and free. Visit mylocalcustomers.com. That's mylocalcustomers.com.
I had a heart attack 27 years ago. In early March, I started having chest pain, and I knew this was not good.
I was rollerblading on the canal trail, and I hit something, and I landed on my arm. Ended up at Wynn Hospital.
I went to a regular doctor's appointment 38 weeks into my pregnancy. My blood pressure was elevated and I was 4 centimeters dilated. My doctor sent me to Wynn Hospital.
From labor and delivery to emergencies and cardiac care, Wynn Hospital has all the care you might need.
The doctor I had was great. The nurse I had was excellent. They did all the treatment right in the room. All around, it was a great experience.
All the doctors and the nurses treated me like an absolute king, and I was so glad to be at Wynn to get their absolutely first-class, fantastic treatments.
Throughout my entire stay there, through every shift change, from delivery to postpartum, everyone was amazing.
Wynn Hospital is committed to delivering exceptional care to every life we touch. We're all in for you. Hear more patient stories at mvhealthsystem.org.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024 by USA Today, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, just $189.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
Join over 500,000 happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com. Don't miss out on Black Friday sales, live now through November 30th.
It's the official kickoff to Black Friday. The 2025 Seize the Deal golf cart is on sale now. Swing into golf savings at 15 of the area's top courses for $75 with the Town Square 2025 Seize the Deal golf cart. That's right, $75 gets you 15 rounds of golf. Some courses include Valley View, Twin Ponds, Pine Hills, Sequoia Knolls, and more. There are a limited number of cards available, so don't delay. Get your $75 Seize the Deal golf card at seizethedeal.com.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
I don't want to... Oh, boy, I got to say. Davey, where are you? Where is he? I don't want to rely on anything. I don't want to assume, Andrew, but I believe tomorrow Donna, who is out there every morning, Donna's a listener and a wonderful person.
Oh, yes.
And I believe tomorrow she's dropping off some holiday pie.
Hers are so delicious.
They're really, really good. Some pie. And the way this can work is Davey's not going to be here.
So we'll get his.
So I think we split his. Don't tell him. So pie. She'll be in with some pie tomorrow.
Is that why you send him out of the room?
For the Thanksgiving holiday. I don't want him to hear it because he'll just show up. He'll be here. On the line right now, Dr. Kent Hall. Doc, good morning.
Good morning and happy Thanksgiving week.
I call it the day before, the night before Thanksgiving. That's what it is.
Thanksgiving Eve.
Yes, Thanksgiving Eve. Okay, so I thought what I would do today, being that it's Thanksgiving, and we all know, what your doctor is recommending, what Dr. Hall is recommending when it comes to vaccines and that sort of thing. I do have to ask because we have talked a little bit about there are a couple of different types of COVID vaccines. Can you talk about those, and how do you go to your pharmacy or your doctor's office and say, I want this one, not this one? Is that something you can do?
So you can, although you may not be able to make a choice because
they might not have it.
Wherever you go, they may only have one.
Okay.
So there are a couple. there are recommendations for who gets them based on your age and your health status. There are some that are a little higher dose, and those are really recommended for people that are that have more of a propensity for severe disease. So the elderly and people with significant comorbidities and things like that. They're all based on the testing. They all seem to be equally effective. So really, it's just the added protection because of your own health status.
Okay. Okay, so you can ask, but you might not be eligible, and they might not even have the different kinds.
Right.
Okay.
Now, you're more likely to be able to get to have a choice if you go to a pharmacy than if you go to a doctor's office.
Okay.
Doctor's offices tend to get one, whereas pharmacies tend to have a larger stock.
Okay. I want to do this is a big, obviously Thanksgiving, a very big holiday where we tend to, really the whole month is like this, from holiday parties to cookies to all the sweets and the pies and all of that. So it is a time for bad habits, especially if you're trying to do the right thing and lose weight, et cetera, or to be healthy even. So I'm going to throw the habit at you, and then you tell us whether it's bad or not, and prevalent in the holidays, and why it's important to have a strategy. Okay, I think this will work. Unhealthy habit number one, which falls around the holidays.
I feel personally attacked already.
Overconsumption of alcohol.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's, when you're going to parties and things like that, that is definitely something that happens on a regular basis, unfortunately. So, my strategy, my recommended strategy for that is that you make a decision of how many drinks you're going to have before you go. So, and my recommendation would be that you have no more than two. I would also recommend that you have a designated driver so that if the first strategy doesn't work, you have a backup strategy in terms of getting home safely. It is very common to basically kind of lose count, or people keep handing you drinks, whether it's beers or mixed drinks or whatever. And so really asking for water, having something in your hand, whether it's water or a diet soda or something like that, can really help to mitigate that and to minimize people just putting something in your hand, or you feeling out of place because everybody else has something in their hand that you don't.
Sometimes it's habit. Being in a party setting, having, like, you'll drink, Andrew drinks like non-alcoholic.
Yes,
which
correct.
The best non-alcoholic brand beer
that I've had is probably Athletic. Brewing
which is
Company.
Supposed to be really, really good. Yeah. I will tell you that my wife tricked me very much in an evil way recently.
I can't wait to hear this.
It involved alcohol, because she said, when I think about your life, my life, of course, now we're in the midst of an assessment. She said, really, when you think about it, every stupid thing you've done has been in your life. It's probably been under the influence of alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the trick, Doc. I was in an argumentative mood and began pointing out all the other dumb things I had done. Now, by the time I was done, her answer was, "Yeah, you do stupid things with alcohol or without." So she tricked me right into it.
Yeah, your wife's smart.
But the reality is, when you really think about it in life, some of the craziest, dumbest things you've probably ever done, whether when you were younger or today, probably ends up being under the influence of alcohol.
Well, and even to your own self, right? Like, that's one thing I don't miss. I'll never wake up with a hangover ever again.
Yeah, well.
And those are the worst.
They are the worst. You're absolutely right. All right, unhealthy habit number 2 during the holidays.
Oh, boy.
overeating, overconsumption of food.
Doc, that's not bad one day a year, right?
Well, but you feel like crap, though.
Yeah.
You do, and it is that, and I will admit that I suffer from this as well. So this is this is very difficult because it's you tend to, especially when you're going to a party and stuff, or you're going to somebody else's house for dinner, or people coming to your house for dinner. You have things that you wouldn't normally have necessarily. Yeah. You've got appetizers, you've got cheese and crackers before, and you've got drinks before, and then you've got you've got dinner, and then you've got how I don't know how many different iterations of pie or whatever it is that your dessert of choice is. And and it's a feast that lasts for for hours potentially.
It does.
So what you really need to do, again, this is first and foremost, really, I think with most of these is you have to have a plan beforehand. This is what I'm going to do, and you need to. And it's helpful. Your wife may be a good choice for this. It is helpful to have somebody who will help you in a constructive way to stick to your plan. So if you tell somebody beforehand, hey, I'm only going to have, one serving of turkey or one serving of stuffing or something, and then, you start to weaken a little bit and you've got somebody there who can help you in a respectful way, then that also can keep you from overindulging. But these are great strategies, but the reality is that they're really tough to maintain.
Yeah.
No, it is what it is. It's you got to have a plan.
Yeah. Even if you told the person, be constructive with me, please just be honest with me. In the throes of having that second helping or third helping of green bean casserole, and somebody gives you the eye, it's hard to resist.
Did you know Campbell's has taken the word soup off their cans? We got to look into that and find out why they did that.
Really?
Yeah, weird.
Did they take it off of their cans, or did they just take it off of their corporate name?
Oh, maybe it's off their corporate name. I'm sorry, Doc. I just read the headline. Sorry. These are how rumors start.
This
right?
is why we have Dr. Hall.
Bad rumors come from the radio. Poor sleep, because everyone gets so stressed. Poor sleep can affect your stress, can affect sleep. It can affect your blood pressure. It can affect your eating, your overeating. It can affect even something as unhealthy as biting your nails. Talk about allowing the holiday stress to get to you.
Yeah, so you're exactly right on all those things, and it is stressful because we want, it's stressful for a number of reasons. You're seeing people that you don't usually see. Sometimes there are, there whether it's family or friends. Sometimes there are personal stresses from, bygone eras, whatever. The most important thing there, I think, is to acknowledge that it is a stressful time and not to actively disengage from conversations and from interactions that are going to be stressful. It's almost like having kind of a mindfulness, of just being in the moment and acknowledging that this is a moment, but it's going to pass, and that you are there as much as possible to have a good time, to enjoy company. Even if company can be difficult sometimes.
Yes.
But that's okay, because that's part of life too. And just realizing that you can just let this stuff go, because it's not something that you have to carry around with you. So really, if you have been into mindfulness, I think that is a good thing to practice before, maybe sometimes during and afterwards, to kind of bring your stress level down.
It is I wasn't even thinking about the dealing with interactions with people as much as, the worries of having the money to be able to buy the right Christmas gifts or Hanukkah gifts or whatever it is that you're doing. But you're right. Having those holiday events where you're with people that might be difficult to deal with. Something for you to kind of think about. What do you think? Just pop a stress pill? Those can help, Doc. They can help.
I am not. While I am a doctor, and I have written prescriptions in my life, literally probably hundreds of thousands of them. I am not one that goes to medications right off the starting gate.
Okay.
For a number of different reasons, not the least of which, especially with these types of medications, is that they have an addiction capability, and so you really want to not jump to medications. On the other hand, if you have already been prescribed them for this reason, because your physician has said, you have a propensity for this, then you should follow your physician's advice. And if they say, that it is important for you to take a medication, and maybe even before you start having the interaction, then I think that you should follow that advice, because that's good advice.
And finally, this was brought up by Mike this morning. Wants you to pipe in, and it's real. It is the stress over opposing political views. You're going to be sitting at the table. You're going to be drinking a few drinks, maybe. You're going to be mingling. And all of a sudden, the topic of politics comes up. Can be ugly.
So I will tell you that probably the worst combination is alcohol and different political leanings.
Yeah, you're right. Yes.
Little good follows those two things. What I would say is that, I would say, let's see, what does Ted Lasso say? Be curious, not judgmental.
Okay, fair enough. I like that.
So ask the question. If there's a supporter of the opposite side, whatever that side is, ask why. Ask questions. Tell me more. Help me to understand where you're coming from, and then truly listen. I think that if you do that, number one, you will educate yourself, and number two, the other person will feel heard, and the chance of the conversation veering off in a different direction, away from that more contentious issue, whether it's politics or whatever, or whether you like, the Cowboys or the Giants.
That's a good point. It is not. It isn't just politics.
Right.
People argue over the strangest things. And then you walk away thinking, why was I arguing over the Menendez brothers and whether or not they should get out of jail, right? Is it worth arguing over that? Are you really kidding me? Or was it the alcohol? Probably could have been the alcohol. Again, Doc, it all comes back sometimes to alcohol. Got to be careful. All right, good stuff. You've definitely given some healthy advice, Doc. We appreciate it.
No problem, everybody. Hey, have a great Thanksgiving. Have a great week, and please be safe.
You too, Doc.
You do the same. But I'll bet you there are 50 people right now, if there are 10,000, listening right now saying, okay, there's no way I'm just going to listen and
right.
Tell me more. Yeah. Tell me. I just don't see that happening.
Just maybe the classic rule of let's not talk about that.
Yes. That is a good rule.
Yeah.
And then you're at some point during the holiday.
You could even do a jar, like a swear jar, but a political conversation jar.
Trust me, telling you this is worth a buck. Okay, it's coming, Thanksgiving. So be prepared, I guess, is the way to do it. Somebody a friend gave my wife it's a wine glass.
Yeah.
That has basically a decanter all the way at the bottom of it. So as you pour it, it comes up into the glass, and a whole bottle of wine will fit in that glass.
That's awesome.
It's really a beautiful gift.
Oh, and it'll be getting some good use on
I believe it will be, yeah. Got a break. Coming up, we'll do Habaika's free money question of the day. Today, Davey has proclaimed this Tuesday before Thanksgiving to be $200 day. And, Davey, what caller number are you looking for?
8.
8th caller. 315-736-0186. It is the free money question from Habaika. Caller number 8 at 315-736-0186 right now.
The communities of Herkimer County are dressed up and decorated and ready for your family to build holiday memories. Thanksgiving weekend, Herkimer's communities add holiday spirit to their small town charm. Thanksgiving Eve activities are featured at Scenic View Campground in West Winfield, the perfect setting for a countryside holiday festival. Thanksgiving morning, the village of Mohawk is filled with festivities, highlighted by a meet and greet with Santa at Mohawk Volunteer Fire Department. Little Falls gets everyone hungry on Turkey Day with the annual Turkey Trot 5K. Come enjoy an Adirondack Christmas on Main Street in Old Forge for old-time family fun. A Christmas parade and tree lighting, visits with Santa and Mrs. Claus, and horse-drawn wagon rides. New York's tallest county does holiday season right. For details, click on experienceherkimercounty.com. Herkimer County, I love New York.
Ho, ho, ho!
What the?
Whoa, 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 what's wrong?
I'm sick and tired of these high energy bills every month.
First off, keep it clean. Second, let's give City Suburban a call and see what they can do for us about installing a new high-efficient heat pump system. We can discuss installation pricing and any available New York State clean heat rebates.
Take the first step towards a cleaner and more cost-effective, cleaner future. Log on to citysuburban.com for a free quote today.
Yeah, now you're talking.
I said keep it clean.
Ever thought of adding an adjustable base to your queen bed at Mattress Express? Buy a Bed Tech adjustable base right now for $9.99 and get a $500 prepaid Visa card. You heard me right. You get half your money back in a prepaid Visa card. Shop Mattress Express.
Scott and Jill here from New York Sash to tell you about our $25,000 home improvement giveaway.
You can enter to win $25,000 in new windows, siding, bath, or doors professionally installed by New York Sash. And we'll pick the winner live at the 2025 Home Show at the Nexus Center this February.
Just think about all the home renovations you can do with $25,000. Gorgeous, energy-efficient windows, stunning vinyl siding, a new bath remodel, or an entry door.
One lucky homeowner in Central New York will win, so why not you? There's no purchase necessary, but you have to be in it to win it.
So enter the $25,000 home improvement giveaway today at newyorksash.com/win. That's newyorksash.com/win, or enter in person at our showroom at 349 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro.
And you can be the lucky winner of the $25,000 home improvement giveaway from New York Sash at the Home Show.
Medicare Part D open enrollment is now through December 7th. It can be confusing to compare plan coverages, premiums, and deductibles all on your own. Looking for an easier way? Go to KinneyDrugs.com for a free online tool that helps you compare plans based on your specific prescriptions. Or call 844-653-5063 to compare plans and enroll right over the phone. Ask your Kinney pharmacist or visit KinneyDrugs.com.
This November, Steve Pawnee Chevrolet celebrates Military Appreciation Month. For all past and present military members, we have exclusive savings just for you. Get behind the wheel of the 2024 Silverado LT Crew Cab 4x4, a powerhouse ready for any challenge. Get 0% financing and a massive $6,250 rebate, or lease for just $449 a month for 36 months at 10,000 miles per year. Come check out our huge selection of red tag vehicles. Together, let's drive. See why it's always easy to do business at Steve Pawnee Chevrolet in Herkimer. Visit us today or online at StevePawneeChevy.com. Customers must qualify with top-tier credit through GM Financial. Must qualify for military discount. Finance offers require a 2010 or newer Chevrolet trade-in. 48 months on Silverado, stock number 24447. Lessee must have current Chevy lease and household. All taxes, fees, $1,000 down, and first payment due on delivery. Must take delivery by November 30th. See salesperson for details.
Hi, everyone. If you or someone you know were diagnosed with lung cancer or mesothelioma, listen up, because you could be entitled to significant compensation. We have legal professionals standing by right now to take your call, and they'll tell you if you qualify for a cash settlement. Call 800-570-0200. That's 800-570-0200. Call now and find out how much money you could potentially get.
Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center. May not be available in all states.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
right, it is coming up in a second. We're going to speak with Mike Curley, UPD, get an update on a whole bunch of stuff, including that crash that happened on Broad Street. How did that happen?
And there's been a lot of pedestrian car accidents lately as well.
Some really, like the person that was driving the wrong way on 49. I mean, that there've been a lot of rough accidents as of late. Let's give somebody a chance to win from the Hobeika Law Firm, Joseph and Andrew Hobeika. Each day we give somebody a chance to win the Hobeika free money question of the day. And today we are up to $200 from the Hobeika Law Firm, Joseph and Andrew Hobeika, for all your legal needs. 315-724-1600. 315-724-1600. And you're ready, Andrew?
Always.
Jay is in Rome, ready to take a shot. Hi, Jay. Good morning.
Good morning.
You feeling lucky?
I'd like to say so, yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Well, let's make this your day. Here we go for $200.
Here we go.
$200 on the day before the night before Thanksgiving.
That's it.
All right. Here is your question. Who owns sour cream manufacturer Daisy? Ready, go.
Borden's.
You're going to say Borden's. Well, it would definitely not be Borden's, I don't think. Yeah. This is a trick question.
Oh, it's Daisy.
It's Daisy.
Oh, my
This
God.
is really unique because in 1912, the Daisy brand company began making dairy products, but their biggest thing, the biggest item that they make is sour cream. And they have had, while they've had several opportunities to be sold to companies like Kraft, come in and buy them up, Daisy brand has remained the same business since 1912. That's a pretty cool story.
That is awesome.
Wow.
Yeah,
And you're
that's
Tricky
nice.
McTrixton.
All right, listen, because that was such a trick question, how about if I give you another chance?
Oh, a bonus question.
All right, we're going to erase $100. We're going to erase $100 from your opportunity. So now this will be worth $100. It's Thanksgiving.
You're
Why
feeling
can't we
generous.
give a
Well, we're
chance
not going to give away money
second
Thursday
chance?
or Friday, so.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
This is another one that's tough. But if you can't figure it out, just guess.
Throw a guess.
I always say that.
Okay.
Okay, here's your question for $100. I can't believe this question. I love it, though. Here we go.
Oh, boy.
For $100, how many consonants are used in the last name of WKTV's chief meteorologist? Ready, go.
3.
Is it 3?
Oh, so close. Oh.
And first of all, this is a tough one. This should have been worth $400 because it's tough because you got to think of who is the.
All right, who is it?
Who is the meteorologist?
Bill Curtis. That takes about 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's Bill Curtis. And then you got to think of how to spell his name. Kardis?
A-S.
A-S. Kard. Either way, that wouldn't change anything.
Right.
Because I-A, both vowels. So Kard's 4.
Yeah, 4.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do?
4, yeah. I was going to say 4 too, damn.
You were close. I heard the F.
You said 3.
Yes, I
F
did.
sound.
Oh, the 2-time loser today.
All right, Jay. For $50.
Oh,
give him a third chance. All right? Are you ready?
Okay, how do you spell your last name?
Believe me, there have been times I don't remember. All right, here we go. We're going to give you one more chance. This is for $50. Now, if we keep going, sooner or later, if you get this wrong, you pay us $100.
Yeah, right.
If you get it wrong, you pay us. All right, here we go.
Well, I can't hear everything. And that's no.
Here we go for $50, Jay in Rome. Here we go.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Which company owns the brand? Which company owns the brand Neosporin? Ready, go. Where do these questions come from?
Oh, Neosporin?
Is it Neosporin? No,
Procter and Gamble.
They sold out, unlike Daisy.
Yeah, right.
It's owned by Pfizer.
Oh, Pfizer.
You just pick a pharmaceutical. All right. Those were really odd questions, but you're going to walk away with the all-in-one food and fun card. It's a $25 gift card from the fine people at the Comets, Mohawk Valley Garden. And it's good at Aquavino, Babes, which has a really nice brunch every Saturday and Sunday. Taylor and the Cook, Cookies, 72 Tavern and Grill, the gift shop at the Adirondack Bank Center, Nexus, any of the food stands. It's a $25 gift card. Stand by. Davey's going to send it to you, so don't go anywhere, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks for playing along,
Have
Jay.
a good day.
You do the same.
All right, Jay.
They were difficult questions. The Cardist thing, I do like that. That should be a regular type question that we do.
Yes, with names, local
with the
names.
Names and consonants. I like it. All right, we've had around the holidays. Is there a good time? You know, it's you hear people say, it's such a sad
Summer's
story.
so deadly, but
you hear people say it's such a sad story. It's a shame it happened near the holidays. There's really no good time for bad things to happen when they happen. They're almost always unexpected and horrific for families and those involved. And we've had quite a few of those, including this really terrible accident that happened over the weekend on Broad Street. On the line right now is Lieutenant Mike Curley, UPD. Mike, good morning. Thanks for coming on. Tell us where, first of all, I know there was one fatal, another in critical condition. Is that person recovering at Wynn Hospital?
Yeah, they were shipped to Syracuse, still in critical but stable condition. So certainly our hopes are that they make a full recovery.
Oh, boy. I think a lot of us were saying, how does this happen on a city street like Broad Street?
Yeah, so that's going to be part of our entire accident reconstruction program. We can tell you that speed was a factor preliminarily. How that speed occurred, I think, is what we're really trying to find out. And, obviously her condition, she's unable to speak to us. And tragically, the driver passed away. So we're really doing our best based on the evidence on scene and what we can try to figure out.
It seems like, and I don't know if it's speed with distracted driving. A lot of the time, it may involve alcohol, may not. But the important thing is that people are much more distracted nowadays. Is that a factor, especially when it comes to a lot of the car pedestrian accidents we've been seeing this year?
Yeah, I certainly can't speak to this particular incident just because we don't have all the facts yet, but I would argue that's a great point, right? We're on our phones. There's so much more technology in the car, a lot more distractions. So people, you're driving, what we say early on is you're driving a 3,000-pound missile, and it's very dangerous. And your only job at that point should be driving the car, not all the ancillary stuff.
You also had another homicide investigation. Where are you, and what's the background on that one?
Yeah, so that happened on Faxon Street on the 8th in the early morning hours. We are making strong progress on that. We actually have some big things coming up this morning. Hopefully it'll be very fruitful, and we'll see where that goes. But working very closely with the District Attorney's Office to ensure that justice is had in each and every one of these cases.
As you're looking back on the year, this has been a tragic year, and a year that we'll remember as the year that people under the age of 18 and even kids that are in junior high level, 13-year-old, 14-year-olds that are shooting up each other. It's been a rough year.
It has been a rough year, going all the way back to the Proctor incident with the security guard, with young juveniles, certainly with the deaths earlier in this year. It's just it's a struggle with the youth gun violence, but we're doing our very best.
And I think it's very difficult for you. I know, as you've mentioned before, to get people to cooperate in these investigations. It seems from conversations we've had previously that you and the department know basically who was involved in these homicides, but putting the case together can sometimes be quite difficult.
Yeah, it's an excellent point. It really is, and you wonder why sometimes they're slow rolling. It's because of that, because you have to gather all the evidence that you possibly can, because people are just not cooperating anymore. There's, for a variety of reasons, there's not a lot of onus on them to want to cooperate with the criminal justice system and, with bail reform and things like that, and then just the street codes and things like that. So it's a challenge, but we do our very best, and we never stop trying to solve these cases.
And you talk about that street code. That brings up Crime Stoppers. It is the one tool that can be used where the person that is leaving the tip for police, it's 100% anonymous.
It is, and it's been a huge tool in helping us solve a variety of crimes because of that anonymity, right? Like, you could just send in the message, no one's ever going to find out who you are, and and then it becomes our job to ensure that information is correct, but at least it's a starting point.
And I know the last time we spoke...
By the way, that's Mohawk Valley CrimeStoppers.com.
Yes.
And you just Google that, and it'll come up. Final question.
I know the last time we spoke, it was thought that there could be the possibility, without risking any investigation, that all of these homicides were possibly connected or within a small group of people. Do you feel that maybe prosecution of these few may do a lot to curb the ongoing gun violence in the city?
Yeah, we're certainly hoping. Right? I mean, just the mere evidence of taking particular shooters off the street, reduced shootings, on top of the deterrent factor that we know we're coming after you, and your groups have to stop driving this gun violence.
Lieutenant Mike Curley, as always, we appreciate the time. Thank you for what you do out there, and we'll talk again soon.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, guys.
All right,
you too.
Thanks. Happy Thanksgiving. You hope that there's a little bit of a reprieve in the activity out there that's just been incredibly dangerous and involving kids, people who should be worrying about their homework, not worrying about running from police. It's unbelievable. Wayne on the line right now. Good morning, Wayne. Good morning. You are, where does Wayne, we do an NFL Pick'em contest every week. And where is Wayne in the standings?
Wayne is currently alone.
Fifth place.
In, what's that?
Fifth place?
No,
second,
you're not that bad.
Second place.
Second place.
Oh,
Yeah,
everybody
you're
else
doing
must be losing along with me.
or losing more than you.
Yes.
Like me.
So you're
but
in
this could
second
be-
place, but you're 4 points behind the leader.
This could be a big week. There
Yeah.
are 5 games to pick here
Well,
this
it
week.
could be a big week, but a lot of people are picking the same teams. The only person that's defected is you so far in the Green Bay Dolphins game.
Thank you. And I'm picking the Dolphins against. I like that pick. In fact, let me reconsider.
No, we're not doing the.
Let me reconsider.
Not doing the line here.
Let me reconsider. Nope, I'm taking the Dolphins.
This
All
is
right,
the money line.
Wayne, what are you
Green
thinking?
Green Bay's. I'm not going to ask you guys because you guys messed me up on that Washington pick a couple weeks ago. Who's the home team in that Green Bay game?
Hold on, I'm going to check right now for
That's
you.
a really
Don't
good
worry.
point because Green Bay is traditionally
Awesome at home.
pretty awesome at home. Yeah.
They are home. Green Bay
Yeah,
is
I'm
home.
going to go with Green.
Yeah.
I'll go with Green Bay on that one.
All right, so Wayne is picking the Packers.
I don't know. I'm envisioning people like Andrew crying in the stands.
All right.
Crying like babies.
Bears Lions. Bears Lions. The big divisional
I'm gonna
matchup.
go with Detroit.
Detroit.
Rock
Okay.
City. Giants Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
I'll go with the Cowboys only because I think that Cutlass guy sucks.
Yeah,
Cutlets, yes.
Tommy Cutlets.
Tommy Cutlets.
Johnny Oldsmobile Cutlass.
Say not the car. Oh, that's funny. Raiders Chiefs on Sunday or Friday, Black Friday.
I'm going to go with the Chiefs because they just keep rolling along, and they end up finding a way, like Bill said.
Yeah.
Just like the Bills, they'll find a way no matter what. They could throw interceptions, do whatever, they still find a way.
And then
that brings up the Bills and 49ers on Sunday.
in Buffalo.
Got to go with Buffalo.
And it's a primetime game Sunday night. So, okay, Wayne, good stuff. Listen.
Hey, is there a Sunday night game?
There is. Isn't
There
there?
is.
I don't know who it is, but there is. And
I think it's the Bills 49ers. I thought that's what Davey said.
Oh, that is the
Is it,
Sunday night
Davey?
game. Okay.
That's the Sunday night game. Is he talking about Monday night?
No.
No,
Talking about
Sunday night. I was just wondering because I know you guys usually do the Sunday night game.
You know, Wayne brought up a good point that I didn't mention yet, but I will. Tell Bill, never an argument with weed, only alcohol.
Never
It seems to be they always blame it on alcohol. They don't blame it on heroin or weed.
Nobody ever.
I see what you're saying. Well,
there's a big difference between weed and heroin.
That's because I will tell you that I think what happens, from what I understand, what happens is that by the time if you're high on marijuana, by the time you get to make your point, you've forgotten what the whole thing was about.
Forgot the point, and you
or your mouth is full of food.
Yeah, between the turkey and the Thanksgiving, or between the turkey and the weed, you're asleep, man. You're just,
I guess.
out.
Yeah, you're right.
They're talking and you're still eating.
But you are correct. You don't hear people. You don't hear about people. Oh, he's a mean weed smoker.
He's a weed.
He's a
mean pothead.
Pothead. But you do hear he's a mean drinker, and there are some people who really are. Okay, Wayne, thank you, man. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving if we don't talk to you. Thank you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay. Coming up next hour, lots to get to, including more than half of workers say they faced a bait and switch in the hiring process. I certainly was. When I remember being hired here 11, almost 12 years ago, they said, you're going to get rich at this place. And I think it was a complete lie. Maybe it was, you're not going to get rich at this place. And I just didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
I want to tell you, if you're having some health issues and you can't seem to get to the bottom of it, and you're looking for help, there is help out there. It's the Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills. A couple of things. There are two things that I would recommend because I'm a patient at the Falcon Clinic as well. My parents are as well. And when my dad was going through really difficult back problems to the point where he was unable to walk, it was Dr. Shemaleski, Dr. Zielinski, and the Falcon Clinic who really, really came to the rescue and helped, along with other physicians. But Dr. Shemaleski is incredibly thorough. I don't know about anybody else, but you kind of have a suspicion of maybe what you might be going through, and you tell your doctor, and your doctor says, yeah, I don't think it's that. Well, how do you know? Well, I don't think. I think those words, I don't think, are words I never want to hear from my doctor.
Yeah.
I would want to hear, probably certain. Not, but let's get to the bottom and let's test it and see. That's Dr. Shemaleski. He's incredibly thorough and really, really works to get to the bottom of what ails you, whatever your issue is. And are you in search of a new family doctor? Dr. Shemaleski, Dr. Zielinski, they're accepting new patients at the Falcon Clinic, the area's premier osteopathic medical clinic. Call 315-507-4751 for the Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills. News is next.
Hi, this is Paul Collis from Fred F. Collis & Sons with some exciting news about NYSERDA's Empower Plus program. This program provides our income-eligible customers with free home energy upgrades like insulation, heat pumps, and hybrid water heaters. As an example, a family of 4 making under $93,000 can qualify for between $5,000 and $24,000 in free upgrades. Count on Collis to improve your comfort and start the process by scheduling your free home energy assessment at fredfcollis.com.
Hey, Frank, looks like business is booming. What are all those tabs you have open on your computer?
Oh, hey. Well, this one is for my SEO company. This one is for my website company. This one is for my CRM. This is for invoicing and estimates. This one does email. And this one does billing.
Jeez, that sounds tricky to manage.
It's clunky, but I need all this to run my business. Wait, you run your own business, and you're even busier than I am. Don't you have all this stuff, too?
I do, but I get it all on one screen with the Town Square Business Management Platform.
What's that?
The Town Square Business Management Platform is an all-in-one tool that helps me grow and run my business. It combines website, billing, and scheduling into one program.
That sounds simpler than juggling all the tools I have now, but you still need someone else to help you find new business, right?
Nope. They have powerful digital advertising built into the platform as well, which helps me keep my calendar full. You can get a demo of the product for free. Check out their website. See if it makes sense for your business.
Go to townsquarelocal.com for a free demo of the Town Square Business Management Platform. Visit townsquarelocal.com. That's townsquarelocal.com.
What the?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's wrong?
I'm sick and tired of these high energy bills every month.
First off, keep it clean. Second, let's give City Suburban a call and see what they can do for us about installing a new high-efficient heat pump system. We can discuss installation pricing and any available New York State clean heat rebates.
Take the first step towards a cleaner and more cost-effective, cleaner future. Log on to citysuburban.com for a free quote today.
Yeah, now you're talking.
I said keep it clean.
Shop Dell Technologies Black Friday event for their lowest prices of the year. The future is on sale today with limited time deals on select PCs like the XPS 16 that accelerate AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. Black Friday is their biggest sale of the year and the best time to upgrade, but it's only here for a limited time. Shop now at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome.
W295EI.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
The Trump border czar goes to the border today. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
We're not waiting to January 20th. We're already planning what we're going to do to lock down the state of Texas.
Tom Homan also tells Fox this morning they plan to secure the whole border to stop illegal crossings, which he says have led to 4,000 migrant deaths since President Biden took office.
Children die almost every day. Children get sexually assaulted. 31% of women that make that journey get sexually assaulted. And this administration has been hiding it. This is something we're going to address. We're going to show the American people exactly what we're doing on the border and why we need to do it.
Some Democratic mayors and governors plan to resist Trump mass deportations next year. Immigration issues at both the northern and southern borders leading President-elect Trump to threaten tariffs, writing on Truth Social.
On January 20th is one of my many first executive orders. I will sign all necessary documents to charge Mexico and Canada a 25% tariff on all products coming into the United States, explaining the tariffs would remain in place until the two countries crack down on drugs, specifically fentanyl and migrants crossing the border illegally.
Fox's Kristen Goodwin. The Trump Post also threatens a 10% additional tariff on China for the flow of the drug fentanyl into the U.S. A Chinese embassy statement says no one wins a trade war. There's a new proposed Biden policy out this morning that could help overweight Americans afford weight loss drugs like Wegovy or Ozempic, making them eligible for Medicare or Medicaid coverage. Though President-elect Trump would have to agree to that, the rule wouldn't take effect until he takes office. It's a busy morning at airports 2 days before Thanksgiving, but so far there are only 30 flight cancellations.
TSA expects to screen more than 18 million passengers during the Thanksgiving holiday. TSA says its goal is to get passengers through general screening lines in under 30 minutes and pre-check lines in 10 minutes or less.
Fox's Steve Harrigan in Atlanta. AAA predicts a record number of us will travel for the holiday, about 80 million, though most will drive. America's listening to Fox News.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation welcomed U.S. Army Specialist Brent Menard into a new mortgage-free smart home in Florida. Now, while on a road clearance mission in Afghanistan, Brent's vehicle was blown up by an improvised explosive device. Brent became a T4 paraplegic. Tunnel to Towers built him a specially adapted smart home that allows severely injured heroes like Brett to live more independently. We hope you'll donate $11 a month so this great work can continue. Just go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org. When they say free, they really mean check the fine print. They say free iPhone, but only if you trade in your $1,000 phone, pay $100 a month for unlimited data, and also a $35 activation fee. Now, Pure Talk, they have a better option. You'll get a brand new iPhone 14 with unlimited talk, text, 15 gigabytes of data, mobile hotspot for just $50 a month. Just dial pound 250, say the keyword save now. You'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Pure Talk.
As Israel's cabinet meets today to consider a potential ceasefire deal with Hezbollah, Israel continues to go on the attack in Lebanon with airstrikes hitting central Beirut, and they've issued new evacuation warnings ahead of a vote on that potential ceasefire that would also stop Hezbollah rocket fire into Israel. Since presidents can't be prosecuted while in office, the two Trump federal indictments are going away before his return to the White House in January.
Federal Judge Tanya Chutkan dismissed the January 6th related charges against the president-elect without prejudice, so the Justice Department could pick the case back up after his term. Special Prosecutor Jack Smith asked for that case, as well as the Mar-a-Lago document case, to be dismissed after consulting with the DOJ's Office of Legal Counsel, which determined a sitting president cannot be prosecuted. Both cases were already dealing with setbacks. The January 6th case was reworked after the Supreme Court said a president couldn't be prosecuted criminally for acts committed as president. In the Mar-a-Lago case, Smith had been appealing the judge's ruling that special prosecutor appointments are unconstitutional. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
A transgender policy victory for Missouri. A court there has upheld the state law banning some gender-affirming care for kids.
Republican State Attorney General Andrew Bailey says Missouri is the first state in the nation to successfully defend such a law at the trial court level. Family members of several transgender teenagers sued to block the statute. They're represented by Lambda Legal and the ACLU of Missouri, which say they'll appeal. The law prohibits gender-affirming surgeries for anyone under 18, as well as puberty blockers for minors who had not started treatments by August 2023. The American Medical Association opposes gender-affirming care bans, which have been enacted in about half of the states in the U.S. Tom Rigotti, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are mixed, up for the NASDAQ, down for the Dow. The day after the Dow surged up to a new record high close. On Monday Night Football, the Baltimore Ravens beat the Los Angeles Chargers 30-23. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Good morning, WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time, 8:05. I'm Andrew Dermenio. This update brought to you by the new destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Right now we're at 40 degrees with rain showers still falling. Your full weather forecast is coming up. A Rome police officer is continuing to recover after being injured in the line of duty. The incident began Sunday when Lindell Reed, who police had been looking for because they wanted to check on his well-being, went to the police station. Officers determined he should not be driving, and when they tried to get him to stop, Reed drove away. An officer ended up getting dragged for about 2 blocks and suffered a lower leg and other injuries. Reed was caught yesterday and has been charged with assault. If you found yourself stuck in traffic on Route 5S in Frankfort yesterday morning, you were not the only one. A multi-vehicle accident occurred before 8 a.m. near the landfill, leading to the congestion. The incident took place in the westbound lanes. There is currently no information regarding any serious injuries. The accident is still being investigated. The New York State Police and other area law enforcement agencies will be cracking down on drunken and distracted driving over the Thanksgiving holiday. The crackdown began Saturday and will run through Sunday, December 1st. The crackdown will involve increased patrols and checkpoints from the state police, local sheriff's offices, and other police departments. The crackdown will focus on impaired and distracted driving. The Salvation Army has officially launched the 2024 Red Kettle campaign. The goal this year is to raise $150,000 to help individuals who need support from the Salvation Army's food assistance, food pantry, and emergency assistance programs. New to the iconic Red Kettles this year is Tip Tap, which allows people to donate using a tap-to-pay method where they can give between $50 and $20. The Red Kettle campaign runs through Christmas Eve. And Jake Paul is responding to allegations his win against Mike Tyson was rigged. His company, Most Valuable Promotions, said rigging a professional boxing match is a federal crime. It added the Paul vs. Tyson fight on Netflix was a professional match sanctioned by Texas regulators. The 27-year-old defeated the 58-year-old semi-retired professional boxer in a unanimous decision.
Can I just say?
Yeah.
I don't think it was rigged.
No.
I think he held back.
Yeah, I think
at the end, and otherwise he would have killed Mike Tyson probably. But I think
he would have knocked him out. But like, who wants to see somebody knock out a near 60-year-old guy? Unless they really deserved it.
I don't know. I've seen a few that need it. Just saying.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'll say this: do you think if Tyson was in better shape, that he would have knocked him out?
Even some of the only thing that gets me suspicious is if you saw a lot of the training videos of Tyson training for this fight and then his performance in the ring, he was a little less aggressive.
He's 58 years old. He doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah.
And you're going up against a 26-year-old who's enormous, by the way.
Yeah.
You don't need to fix that.
Yeah. And how do you prove if it's fixed?
Yeah, I guess.
You can't prove.
I guess. All right.
WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time. Coming up on 8:09, your weather forecast brought to you by City Suburban. Call City Suburban today at 315-853-3899 or log on to citysuburban.com for a free quote today.
Cloudy, breezy to windy and chilly out there today. Showers this morning. A few peaks of afternoon sun. Highs today, middle to upper 40s. Partly to mostly cloudy tonight. Slight chance for a couple of snow showers overnight, down around or below freezing. Mix of clouds and sunshine Wednesday. Highs tomorrow, low to mid 40s. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Right now, we're at 40 degrees with rain showers. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time, 8:09. Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43, local contractors. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens capped off Week 12 with a win over the Chargers on Monday Night Football. The final score, 30-23 in favor of Baltimore. Los Angeles Rams wide receiver Demarcus Robinson is facing DUI charges. Robinson was arrested early Monday morning and arrested for driving under the influence. Police say he was observed driving over 100 miles per hour before he was pulled over and subsequently arrested. He was cited and released to a responsible party, according to the California Highway Patrol. The arrest came just hours after Robinson caught a touchdown pass for the Rams in their 37-20 home loss to the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday Night Football. Major League Baseball making a change to the Rays schedule. The league switched a pair of series to avoid summer rain at Steinbrenner Field, which is where the team will play while repairs to Tropicana Field are being made. Tampa will play 19 of 22 games at their temporary home to open the season, and 69 of their last 103 will take place on the road. The Rays will only play 8 home games in July and another 8 in August. Tropicana Field won't be playable until 2026 due to roof damage sustained from Hurricane Milton back in October. However, the St. Petersburg City Council reversed course and denied funding to repair the stadium late last week, as a stadium will be built and completed by 2028. Other sports around the NFL, sports news around the NFL, the Giants are doing their best to relax their top playmaker, Malik Neighbors, who was complaining that he wasn't targeted more in the loss to the Buccaneers. They will be playing again on Thanksgiving against the Cowboys. The Giants are 2-9. The Jets are sticking with their veteran signal caller. Interim head coach Jeff Ulbrich confirmed Monday that Aaron Rodgers will remain the Jets' starting quarterback going forward. Ulbrich said there has been no internal discussion about shutting down Rodgers for the remainder of the season. The 40-year-old has battled several injuries throughout the season and reportedly denied medical testing, so he could keep playing. The Green and White are currently third in the AFC East at 3-8. The Utica Comets will have a home game tomorrow night. It is the big night before Thanksgiving celebration game. The Syracuse Orange at 3-2 will host Cornell tomorrow night, and the Syracuse football team will take on the 10-1 Miami Hurricane Saturday afternoon. And that will be in Syracuse or down in Miami?
No, in Syracuse, 3:30 on ESPN.
This is a game. This is a game.
If Bill is right.
I got to tell you.
If Syracuse...
And by the way, the coach, what's his name, new coach?
Dino Babers.
Richard Pryor. Fran Brown.
Fran Brown. Dino Babers.
Dino Babers.
Where are you?
What, I don't know.
A couple years old. I got to tell you, he's livid. I love this guy because he fights over the stuff that fans fight over. Like, how come they're not in the top 25? Syracuse should be in the top 25.
Yeah, they should. Especially you look at some of the records of the teams that are not.
And Fran Brown is asking that question. Why are we not in the top 25? Let me tell you, they beat Miami. They're in the top 25.
They got 30 votes this week, so
they're close.
They're 28th if you want to count it.
Yeah, think about it. Well, listen, I think this team has been fun to watch this year. Fran Brown has been a great addition. And you know what the difference is? When and just hear me out for just a second. And then, Wayne, I'm going to go right to you. When Syracuse under Dino Babers was like throwing up on the field, basically, when they were stinking up the field, Dino Babers they put the camera on Dino Babers, and he's just standing there. Like, oh, my God, what am I going to do? How do I correct this problem?
Yeah.
Just standing there looking in space.
Or he's kneeled over with his hands on both of his legs. Like
you saw that, too?
Yeah.
He looked defeated. Fran Brown, if something goes wrong, he's running down the sideline. He meets that player as they come off the field, and even in a good play, but he sees somebody did something wrong, he is in their face.
He did it on Saturday. He was
did
in
it
their
on
face.
Saturday. And
you see that one? Wow.
Every game. He is in their face.
That's what we needed Aaron Boone to do this year.
Well, I'm just saying that he is a really good college football coach.
Yep.
Because these kids are young, they're impressionable, and after he screams and goes up one side and down the other, he puts his arm around him. And he's the guy they can trust. So I think he's done a tremendous job. Personally.
I know you guys don't have the channel, but Channel 9 out of Syracuse tonight is doing in-depth interview with Fran Brown and his wife, tonight on Inside the Orange. You could probably watch
Okay.
it online.
Yeah,
but it starts at 7 o'clock.
All right.
So if anybody has it out in Rome, which I do, I'm probably going to watch it. It's supposed to be real phenomenal about Fran Brown.
All right, I like him. Coming up, we're going to Joe Malacci just sent me. Joe is in Rome. He just sent me proof that the Tyson fight was rigged.
Oh, wow.
I'm looking at it right now, and it's convincing.
I thought you were going to say he sent you proof that aliens exist.
Is convincing. Here is Wayne. Hello, Wayne. Good morning.
Hey guys, my son plays for the for the Utica youth basketball at the Parkway Center, and Rome always has good teams. They got like 3 college grade coaches that are like 7 foot tall that do that same thing. They run up and down the court and they're all in the face of the 11-year-olds, and these 11-year-olds play like a machine.
You got to get them disciplined early.
Meanwhile, those kids are peeing their pants. They're like, oh.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what though, they're like machines, and they play like the All-Stars in the NBA.
You have to be. These are college kids. Many of them are fresh out of high school.
You got to be tough with them.
You got to be. You have to coddle them differently, coach them differently, and maybe coddle's not the wrong word. Coach them differently than you're going to. Even in the NFL, sometimes you got to get into the face of somebody and wake them the hell up.
Yeah, I agree. I wanted to say something about the last time I was on the phone with you. With the Parkway, I've never seen the Parkway look better. Is there an event coming up, or was there a body sweep through that Parkway Hills? Because I've never seen it look better.
Well, I think it was all cleaned up really nicely for Veterans Day.
Thank you. I knew there had to be a reason.
Right.
I said they had to be doing a body sweep, or there had to be a super event.
That's a good point.
Something.
It does seem like we really cleaned things up for the Boilermaker, and then but you had all those beautiful flags. They needed it to be nice and neat. And now, of course,
it looks like a postcard, Bill. It looks like a postcard.
It looks beautiful. All right. Well, you should next time the mayor is on, you should give him a compliment. Because apparently,
can I ask you a question?
His DPW or Parks and Recreation Department, whatever it is,
good,
doing the job.
Can I ask you a question? With the policeman that got dragged, did his tie get caught in the automatic window? How does one get themselves entangled in a car to go being dragged?
Well, I don't know the specific details, but if they were trying to, I can only surmise, but one possible option is that they were in the driver's side window or at the driver's side window trying to get the driver to stop, intervening in the operation of the vehicle.
Allowed to do that?
Well,
I don't get it. I would never stick myself inside even a car.
No, because
you got to put on the.
Listen, a vehicle going 20 miles an hour. If you were to jump out of that vehicle and you hit the ground, or you were to fall off that, and you
or get your leg run over or something.
You're right. You're in
even
big
get
trouble.
your feet ran over. Even getting that close, get your feet ran over.
Was the Tyson fight rigged? Stand by, Wayne. We're going to get to it. Okay.
Okay.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thanks so much.
You guys have a good day.
All right,
Wayne.
Thank you. Was the Tyson fight rigged? We'll get to that coming right up. Also, Jimmy will be on. Jimmy Fallon will be on the radio tomorrow with us. Of course, you can listen to him today from noon until 3 here on WIBX. And next Friday night, it is coming. Jimmy is in town for, it turns out to be our 99th birthday celebration, this radio station's. And Jimmy, with one show only, 8 p.m. show. Tickets, great seats are still available right now by going to romecapital.com. We are on the verge of watching this guy explode. Already with his own TV show on Fox News Channel, we are on the verge of him exploding. We are lucky to be getting him here because comedy clubs like ours that used to get him can't get him anymore. It's a pretty big opportunity.
Yep.
If you want to see and you want to laugh, you want something great to do, it's a week from this Friday at the Rome Capitol, and here's Jimmy to talk about it.
Hey, it's your radio buddy Jimmy Fallon, and dig this, I am coming home to WIBX. We're going to the Rome Capitol Theater. It is Friday, December the 6th at 8 p.m. Folks, it is a show you will not soon forget. Joe Biden couldn't forget this show. That being said, the election's over. I got a brand new hour of material, and everything is fair game. The politicians, the celebrities, and you. Yes, you. Get over yourself. Everybody is in the splash zone for this show. I got a ton of new material I can't wait to try out on you. So get your tickets right now at romecapital.com, and I will see you on Friday night in the Copper City. And you better stick around after the show because I'm going to be in the lobby saying hi, taking selfies, getting groped, all the fun stuff. And it's all going down Friday night, December the 6th at the Capitol Theater. So head on over to romecapital.com, get your tickets, and I will see you in the Copper City.
The big Black Friday weekend sale Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Big Apple Music. Get 20% off their already low price on any musical instrument and accessory. Every guitar, keyboard, digital piano, band instrument, everything in the music store. Take an additional 20% off their already low price. And lay away it now and still get the 20% discount. Choose from the best brands like Gibson, Fender, Yamaha, and so many more. Save big this Black Friday weekend at Big Apple Music. Commercial Drive in New Hartford and BigAppleMusic.com.
Whitesboro Central School District is looking for bus drivers to join their team now. Whitesboro is a leading school system in central New York with 7 schools, 3,100 students, and a 92% graduation rate. You can help drive our students' success. When you drive for Whitesboro, you get pay that's based on your experience. Great benefits, a flexible schedule, and summers off. Call Andy at 315-768-9740 or stop by the garage, 20 Wood Road, Whitesboro.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Don't miss Quiet Riot with special guest 10 Ton Mojo, Friday, December 13th at 7:30 p.m. at the Stanley Theater in Utica. Learn more at thestanley.org.
I've been in this home for over 50 years. My grandson had Standard at his place. I wonder if I could get that. I thought it was too good to be true. I got a call. It was the vice president of Standard. Standard gave me, for free, over $10,000 worth of insulation. I tell all my friends, you're crazy if you don't call them. The only regret I have, I wished I had called Standard sooner.
Roger got over $10,000 of insulation for free. Give us a call at 315-859-6292 to see what you might be eligible for.
Woohoo! Another girls' night out. I'm so stressed from shopping, I couldn't find anything. Have you tried shopping jewelry television? JTV? I don't know. Everyone in my family is so different. JTV has thousands of jewelry styles. Artisan, diamonds, pearls, colored gemstones, watches, even gift sets. I shop on TV and online.
New JTV customers save up to $50 when you shop jtv.com/radio.
Now can you relax? Yes. Another round? Yes.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, let me talk to Brenda Seary. She is a hiring expert, president and CEO of Corporate Connections, with over 20 years of experience in the biz. Brenda, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. We're hearing, and I think I was totally lied to when I came to this place. We're hearing more than half of workers say they faced a bait and switch in the hiring process. What do you think?
I'd like to see the statistics on it because, really what does a bait and switch mean to them? It could be that they were hired for a job and they were hired to work remote, and then something changed within the company, and now they need to work in an office or work hybrid, part-time remote, part-time in the office. It's one thing for that type of change, and another thing to come into a job where you're expecting to do certain duties and they're completely different. That I would call a bait and switch, and I would certainly hope that it's not something that's done intentionally by the hiring company.
Like if you're hired to work in the front desk at a radio station, then you find out you've got to clean the toilets every day.
Yes.
Now that may have just been part of the job, but they probably should have told you first.
Absolutely. They definitely should have. And I would put that on the company itself as well as the recruiter who was helping to recruit for that role.
Yeah.
Oftentimes what I see happen is, let's say, for example, 3 years ago, what a radio host does has changed drastically from what a radio host does today, right?
Yeah.
But maybe the hiring manager had a 3-year-old job description and said, hey, Bill and Andrew walked out the door. I need 2 new radio hosts immediately. Here's a job description, recruiter. Go find them. But that 3-year-old job description isn't the same as today. If that recruiter did not sit down with the hiring manager and discuss the job description and any potential changes that there could be and make those updates, using the wrong job description to hire someone is absolutely how someone could feel like they've been through a bait and switch.
Yeah.
That's why it's important to have that on paper. And I think a lot of companies don't want to put it on paper because they want you to be able to be responsible for doing even more.
Or they use the old trick of duties will vary or responsibilities may.
That's true. That's probably in everything. Every time you see a job description. But because sometimes the employee who's being hired has his or her vision of what the job is. And no matter how many times the company says, well, you're still going to have to do A, B, and C on top of these other things, I really think that sometimes it's the employee's fault, but had the employer put it on paper, they could go back to them and say, look, you signed this.
Right, absolutely. And included with that in offer letters, it's very clear typically in an offer letter to include verbiage that states that a company can make changes to your job at any time because of at-will employment laws. So, no one should really come into a job thinking that there could potentially be some change to the job description you were hired for. However, I would, tell students coming out of college today or, Gen Zers who are out there looking for their first full-time professional job, keep a copy of the job description that you applied to. Always print that out, because if there is truly deception or fraud or false advertising in the hiring process, that job description can be a legal document should you have to sue your employer or the employer you just left.
All right, interesting stuff. Something we all should think about if you're ever changing jobs out there. And you're right, radio has what is expected of one as a radio personality. What's expected today versus 10 years ago versus 30 years ago. Boy, has it changed tremendously.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So keep your job descriptions up to date, company.
Yeah, very important. Okay, thank you, Brenda. We appreciate it.
You bet. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
You do the same.
You
Thank
too.
You.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving. Let me do, if I could, let's see. How do I get this? There I go. I forgot to do something that I was supposed to do, and my wife will kill me if I don't do it.
Oh, you're calling her?
No.
Oh, okay.
Stand by. I was supposed to do this 3 weeks ago.
Oh, my God.
And I haven't done it, but I'm doing it now. If I don't do it now, I'm going to forget.
I get this critique from my significant other as well.
I will forget.
You need to write stuff down more. And you write stuff down, too.
And I'm calling probably the busiest time.
Oh, are you doing the Snowflake Girls?
I do have to do this.
Yes. Very good option. Very good choice.
I'm calling at the worst time.
Drive-thrus probably. Although it's fast, it's probably everybody's getting their Daylight Donuts coffee. Daylight Donuts, please pick up. Need your Snowflake Rolls.
That's okay. What are you going to do, right?
It's been a long morning.
Yeah, there are people in the drive-thru. I'm going to have to stop over there. I have not ordered my Daylight Donuts.
Good morning, Daylight Donuts. Cheryl speaking.
Cheryl, it's Bill Keeler calling. We are on the radio.
Hi, Cheryl.
Warning. On the air.
All right. Oh, yay. Yippee.
All right. I I know you're busy.
I know. We're calling you at a busy time.
Put my name down for 24 snowflake rolls.
Of course I will. 24 snowflake rolls.
Okay. Now, just to be careful.
Look how easy it is.
You're open on Thanksgiving Day, right?
Yeah, we're open. Thanksgiving Day will be open from 6 to 2.
Okay. But if you don't pick up your rolls, Chuck comes after you. All right? You've ordered them. You better darn well pick them up. Okay. I will be there on Thanksgiving Day. Thank you so much.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Have a great day.
You too.
That is daylight. Now, I know I'm calling it a terrible time because they have the morning rush.
She's like,
why is
he
calling me? But this is it. Thanksgiving is Thursday.
It is hard to believe.
And
it's later in the year.
Still call right now and get on the list. We get 24, and then my mom and wife will send them home with everybody, so everybody takes some home. Because not only are they great for just the melt-in-your-mouth snowflake rolls for dinner, but then you make a little sandwich afterwards. And to me, I'll tell you what my daughter does with them every year. She cuts it in half, smooshes them, and then toasts them and does like an egg sandwich on it, which has nothing to do with Thanksgiving.
Wow!
But a little cheese on that thing.
Oh,
it
man.
is freaking awesome. It's the snowflake rolls.
What's that number?
Daylight Donuts. You could call right now and order 3-1. You're better off going over there. They're busy. Don't call them right now.
Don't call them when they're busy.
315-724-7103. A very speedy drive-through because they're not spending their morning on the phone. 315-724-7103. Snowflake rolls for your Thanksgiving dinner at Daylight Donuts in New Hartford.
It's the Kia Season of New Tradition sales event at Destination Kia of Utica.
And we have no money down lease deals on all-wheel drive SUVs.
Lease a brand new 2025 Kia Seltos LX all-wheel drive for just $358 per month for 36 months.
And that's with zero down, zero due at inception, even sales tax included.
No money down and just $358 per month.
Now that's kooky.
Make that short drive to save today.
So go kooky for Kia at Destination Kia of Utica. Puppies and babies not included.
2025 Kia Seltos LX all-wheel drive. SDK number 25E0318. MSRP $26,550. 36 months, 30,000-mile lease. 20 cents per mile over. $0 due to inception. $0 security deposit. 8.75% sales tax and $650 acquisition fee included in payment structure. $400 disposition fee. 720 plus FICO score. Offer expires 12/2/2024.
Hi, this is Paul Collis from Fred F. Collis & Sons with some exciting news about NYSERDA's Empower Plus program. This program provides our income-eligible customers with free home energy upgrades like insulation, heat pumps, and hybrid water heaters. As an example, a family of 4 making under $93,000 can qualify for between $5,000 and $24,000 in free upgrades. Count on Collis to improve your comfort and start the process by scheduling your free home energy assessment at fredfcollis.com.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024 by USA Today, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, just $189.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
Join over 500,000 happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com. Don't miss out on Black Friday sales live now through November 30th.
Scott and Jill here from New York Sash, where our reputation speaks for itself. Sure, you've heard us talk about how great our windows, siding, and baths are.
But did you know we have over 600 five-star reviews? Here are just a few recent customer reviews that prove we walk the talk.
I couldn't be happier with New York Sash. There isn't another company I would want to have done my home renovations.
I can never say enough great things about New York Sash. Their employees and customer care associates are top-notch.
We were so fortunate to work with New York Sash. They really went above and beyond our expectations. 5 stars for a wonderful job that will last for decades.
We could go on and on and on, but you should really check us out for yourself. Just Google New York Sash.
And when you're ready to start your home improvement project, stop by our showroom at 349 Oriskany Boulevard. Give us a call at 624-7344 or check us out at newyorksash.com. But don't forget to read our Google reviews.
This November, Steve Pawnee Chevrolet celebrates Military Appreciation Month. For all past and present military members, we have exclusive savings for you. Get 0% financing and additional rebates on our top vehicles, like the all-new 2025 Equinox LT all-wheel drive. Drive it home with 0% financing and a $1,000 rebate. Or lease it for only $399 a month for 36 months with 10,000 miles per year. Check out our huge selection of red tag vehicles. Together, let's drive. See why it's always easy to do business at Steve Pawnee Chevrolet in Herkimer or at StevePawneeChevy.com. Customers must qualify with top-tier credit through GM Financial. Must qualify for military discount. Finance offers require a 2010 or newer Chevrolet trade-in. 0% financing for up to 36 months on Equinox stock number 25129. Lease must have current Chevy lease and household. All taxes, fees, $1,000 down, and first payment due on delivery. Must take delivery by November 30th. See salesperson for details. Don't miss Quiet Riot with special guest 10 Ton Mojo, Friday, December 13th at 7:30 p.m. at the Stanley Theater in Utica. Learn more at thestanley.org.
This is actual footage of Bill Keeler doing a radio show on WIBX. Sadly, his career was found in a heavily wooded area. If you know the person or persons who ended the radio career of Bill Keeler, please tell them thanks on behalf of the people of Central New York.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
Hey, bring that over by you, Andrew, and I don't have all these cameras working. I don't know what's going on. All right, I did say that we'd get into this a little bit. The proof that the Tyson fight was rigged. This is from Joe, and I think I can get this thing rolling. Maybe. I don't know why it's not. Oh, here we go.
Was doing fantastic at the beginning, landing some big shots and knocking Jake around the ring. But that changed when Paul clenched with Tyson. It's alleged he whispered into Tyson's ear to cool it, and the message was confirmed received by Tyson with the affirming tap on the back. After that moment, Tyson became a stick in the mud, standing directly in front of Paul with no more aggressiveness to him. Like here, for instance, Tyson can see the right hand plain as day and makes no attempt to slip it. My next reason is Tyson was definitely pulling his punches. Tyson looked as if he was struggling to hold back and not throw punches at Paul. Here's a perfect example. Tyson deflects the shot off his shoulder, comes up in perfect position to land a counter right hand, but does nothing. Very uncharacteristic. And my final reason is Tyson biting his glove. The reason he was doing this was to remind himself not to throw punches and let Jake control the...
Okay. Do you buy into any of that? I don't really. I would love your opinion on the whole thing. I just don't. I don't buy into it. Although when you watch the video, it does look convincing. All right, Jack has come in. We were talking earlier. Richard said it sounds like you have a filthy home filled with mice. The hell are you talking about, Richard?
You know what breaker, that Richard.
I mean, doesn't everybody get at this time of year when it's just before it gets cold? This is when the mice try to come into your home. I don't think I'm alone in that situation. Here is Jack. Hi, Jack.
Good morning, guys. Good morning.
Would you agree? Would you agree with me on that?
Yeah, I agree.
This is the time of year.
Well, you just caught me at the right time because I had just woke up, turned the radio on.
Perfect.
It's Jack to the rescue.
All right, now what have you brought in here?
It's called Dizzy.
Dizzy
Dunker. Dizzy Dunker. And the gentleman that put a patent on that also has what he calls a slip and slide.
Okay.
And it's through a company that he deals with. Because if you get it from anybody else, there'll be remakes.
The slip and slide is what? To catch mice?
It's the same thing. It's like you were talking about dunking.
Okay.
Well, that takes time to form. They're both the same. They're both the same. It just takes time.
So the mouse climbs up the ladder.
Yep.
I don't know. I guess you can
got to
see
settle
this
it down, or maybe you would put something here.
I know exactly what I would do. The mouse climbs up the ladder.
Yep.
You put peanut butter where? Like on the flap here?
Inside the fins, on the inside edges. And because they'll go for the edge of it, and then they'll dunk in. You can go online where he is. Just on YouTube, just Google Dizzy Dunker.
Will they smell it? The mice will
Oh,
smell
yeah.
that?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
you can get it from, this one at least is from Harbor Freight.
Yep. Oh, no.
You just use
I got
your
it
own.
online on Amazon.
Oh, you can use any bucket.
That's my bucket.
You use your own bucket. You use your own.
We know
They'll
Jack
use it.
shops at Harbor Freight. There you go.
And you're letting me borrow this?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you can order
give it a
one.
try.
If it
I'll
works
order
for you,
one.
you can get one.
Yeah. And then you can put water in it, and it'll kill them.
Yeah.
That's
And you've
probably what I would do.
successfully used this several times.
No. He's going to be the first time using
So
it.
you've never used it before.
So you're having Bill try it out.
I've seen this young man do this. He's
On
made
YouTube,
several
probably.
stuff.
Okay.
He's big on it. And
All right.
It is incredible with the age of YouTube now, where you can learn to do a whole bunch of stuff.
Well, I got to tell you that one of the worst things you can do is, you got to do. I've got the perfect spot for it. Right in this closet where I think they're coming in from outside.
You could tuck the ladder into the corner.
I will tuck it
and
into
your
the
also
corner.
thing is you want to take a walk around your house real good and look for cracks the size of a quarter.
Outside, yeah.
A quarter.
Yeah,
Okay.
they have
or
like,
a nickel.
They can slide right through any hole.
Most of them can go right through any
You
hole.
know something else?
And you pack them with only like steel wool.
Oh, okay.
Because they will not bite into steel wool.
Let me tell you something.
Interesting.
One of the things you have to be careful of with mice and with bugs. So ants, for instance.
Yeah.
We have a big problem with ants in this area, right? Carpenter ants love the foam insulation. So you spray that foam insulation and then you think you've got it all covered? No, you don't. Because they eat right through it. And you know what else will eat right through that easily? Is a mouse. Yeah. They like the taste of it.
They do.
It's really weird.
What you want to do is get some crushed seeds and nuts, and then just put the peanut butter on the inside walls and the
then
fins.
sprinkle them on.
Yeah, and then just put a little bit in the bunch of it in the bottom of the pot and a little bit up the ladder. Don't put a lot around the base because they'll just hover around there.
Okay.
Just put a little
You want
on
them
the
to go
ladder,
up.
and
So you want to
go up.
literally bait them up the ladder
Yep.
into the bucket.
Yep.
Are they able to climb up that ladder?
Yep.
All right.
You
All
should.
right.
You know what you should do.
I don't have that many mice, but but what happens is you kill them with poison. And this time of year is when they want to come inside and they're looking for warmer weather.
Oh, they want to nest too in your walls and your ceiling.
But you kill them, and then they live in your ceiling or your walls, and they die.
Yep.
If you have some
the
sort
smell
of camera,
is awful.
You should try to capture it on camera too.
The
Do like
death.
a little
The
ring
death.
camera, not the death, but the process.
Okay, I
of
probably
Well,
can
that's
do
what
that.
this young man does when he designed this. He
Put a
takes-
camera on
Yeah,
it.
he put a camera on it, and it was amazing. I was amazed by
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because our cat just plays with them. It's just, this cat doesn't want them to die because then the fun goes away.
Well, they'll play with it for a while, but then
Then it'll kill it.
They'll
Yeah.
take care of it.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Jack. That
No
I'm
problem.
going to take this home and I'm going to get
problem.
started with it.
Okay.
So peanut butter really up on the top,
On the fins.
on the fins.
the ones that
The
spin.
center part of the fins, the edges.
Okay.
Not a lot, but enough on it that
So
they're
you
going to
can
go
remove.
attract to it.
You can remove each of these pieces
Yeah,
individually.
you can, but I'll tell you what, it's fun trying to get them back together.
Okay.
It's already
I don't wanna
already
break your-
popping on that one side.
I don't want to break it.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
All right, but I am definitely putting water in. I'm going to kill them.
All right, I'll check it before.
You're
I
kidding.
leave.
Okay. All right.
There's no humane in the
No,
Keeler house.
I just want them gone and dead.
Well, that's why when I heard you, I says, well,
Yep,
Bill needs
you
help.
got it. This is Nagel. The bucket mousetrap works great when you fill the bottom with antifreeze.
Oh my god!
That's actually even better. Could you imagine? PETA's probably going to be all upset about this.
They probably hate it.
They'll be. The last time we did something like this on the air, we received letters from PETA.
You know, PETA would just say, "Let them live with you. What's the problem?
Yeah,
domesticate them. They'll
Well,
be like
because
a pet."
they carry disease.
Yeah.
And they urinate and crap all over the place.
Yeah.
You don't want that. So I don't think you do anyway, right?
No, you don't.
Some other comments on this, Jack. You got everybody going on this thing here.
That's good.
Totally rigged. Oh, the fight. Mike in New Hartford. Totally rigged. Netflix could not handle the viewings. Well, that is true. Netflix shut down At least in my
Couple
house,
times.
it froze a couple times.
I watched it myself.
Christina Whitesboro, there's an issue again this morning with the app. 10 commercials in a row. I hope it's corrected by now.
No, because so when we were talking about the mouse, and then they came back to talk about the picks. So it was when we had that
6:57 earlier. Okay, what did you think of the fight?
I didn't like it.
It was a big bore.
He wasn't actually fighting.
I think Tyson just doesn't have it in him anymore.
I think he was just doing it to do it.
Yeah.
And finally, the guy
he's not doing it to do it. He's
the guy
doing
he
it
was against
for the
stopped.
money.
He put his arms down. He bowed at Tyson to acknowledge him, and he just walked away from him.
Yeah. Could you imagine if Tyson knocked him out? That would have been pretty cool.
I would have wanted to see the fight be decent, but
it
was a boring fight.
All right, Jack, thank you. And we're going to try it, and I'll report on it next week.
Okay,
good stuff. And then I'll give it back
Thank
to
you. Have a happy holiday,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thanks,
do the
Jack.
same.
You too, buddy.
All right, we'll wrap it up here for the day before, the night before. Can you hand him that? He's going to just double check it. Wrap it up for the day before, the night before Thanksgiving. Coming up next.
Imagine healthcare where people and technology work in harmony. Welcome to Next Gen Healthcare, software that frees physicians and empowers patients. AI turns doctor-patient conversations into soap notes in seconds, saving up to 2 hours a day. Patients self-schedule online, increasing engagement and reducing staff stress. The joy of getting home on time. It's possible and easier than you think. Visit nextgen.com/radio to learn how.
Black Friday is on at Mattress Express. Take 5 years to pay with no money down for qualified buyers. Save up to $1,000 on select Purple sets, $500 on Tempur-Pedic, $400 on Sealy, and $1,350 on Puffy. Shop nowhere else.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Whitesboro Central School District is looking for bus drivers to join their team now. Whitesboro is a leading school system in central New York with 7 schools, 3,100 students, and a 92% graduation rate. You can help drive our students' success. When you drive for Whitesboro, you get pay that's based on your experience. Great benefits, a flexible schedule, and summers off. Call Andy at 315-768-9740 or stop by the garage, 20 Wood Road, Whitesboro.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024 by USA Today, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, just $189.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
Join over 500,000 happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com. Don't miss out on Black Friday sales live now through November 30th.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people, obviously. But what's more, MediShare members like it a lot. Their satisfaction rate is 98%. And MediShare is a proven thing, too, for over 30 years. It's a Christian community of hundreds of thousands of people now. And here's the thing. If you join before November 30th and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee, so you save even more right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call and you'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline is November 30th, so call now and you'll save even more. Here's the number, 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
By the way, we were talking about that Syracuse-Miami game, Davey. Do you know what the line is on that game right now?
Well, Syracuse must be favored, probably about 5.
Syracuse favored?
Are giving points to Miami?
No, they're not favored by any means. Miami is an 11-point favorite in this game. Remember, they're the number 8 team in the country, and they're playing Syracuse. But I don't know, playing Syracuse at home, this team's been playing really well.
Yes, indeed.
How good are they? We're going to find out. Because this ain't UConn. Let's not forget that. Probably what happens is Syracuse gets blown out.
Well, Syracuse is going to have to straighten up their secondary, or Cam Ward's going to be running right through their defense and secondary. But it's a good game because McCord and Cam Ward are 1 and 2 in the nation in passing yards.
I will be glued to this game. I can't wait.
And Cam Ward's like one of the favorites to win the Heisman Trophy.
It's been a week and a half. Jake Paul and MVP promotions are still getting negative vibes from the poorly received fight against Mike Tyson, with fans and conspiracy theories. We just played one, still claiming the fix was in. MVP has finally felt the need to respond. In a statement, they asserted that both fighters in good faith performed to the best of their abilities and with the goal of winning the fight. In addition, the statement said there were no restrictions, contractual or otherwise, around each fighter, and each boxer was able to use his full arsenal to win the fight. They also pointed out that any agreement to the contrary would violate the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulations boxing rules. MVP also called any assertion that the fight was fixed illogical and insane. That should shut everybody up, but it won't, right?
No.
The reality is, I don't know that you could trust Mike Tyson.
Right, to say, okay, let's get together, we'll arrange this, and
correct,
and
I think
stick to his word.
You would have to fear that Mike Tyson would like open his mouth and be like, he's trying to tell me that we're going to fix this fight.
Yeah,
He wants to fix it.
My broken back spinal.
I'm going to kill him. Or something like that.
Yeah.
A very bad Tyson impression. Did I need to say that? Probably not. Here's Joe. Joe, you believe it is fixed?
Oh, I think there's a strong possibility, Bill.
What are your?
And it goes beyond just like looking at the fight itself, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look at Jake Paul. He's built up this brand about himself, and now he's brought this whole boxing. He's become a fan of boxing, and he himself said he got the boxing bug or whatever. If he loses this fight, what does it do to his brand?
That would be very bad.
He's spent his entire life, promoting himself, and if he loses this fight, I mean, it just kind of goes out the window. It loses his luster a little bit. So I think he had to win that fight. He had to win it.
Yeah, and who got more money? Who got the bigger purse? Was it Tyson or Jake Paul?
Well, there's a rumor going around. Listen, I don't really care that much about this whole situation. Research it, but around the time of the fight, I heard from a lot of people that said that there was this contract floating around where Mike Tyson was guaranteed more money if the fight went the distance and Jake Paul won. And so I think he went from if anything went wrong and he won the fight, he's anywhere in the low, $2 to $5 million. Whereas if he won, he was more towards $20 million. So I mean, what are you going to do?
But we don't know if that's true, though. We don't know if that's true.
No, we don't know that that's true. But I mean, is it believable?
Mm-hmm.
I could tend to believe that. And who cares if it's fixed, really?
Yeah.
It's not like this isn't Ali Frazier or
right. Yeah, you're right.
It's not going to go down in the annals of boxing history as being a seminal fight, right? So, who cares? They're in there. They're playing.
Yeah, and listen, they gave
Netflix makes a couple of dollars.
They gave Netflix the show they wanted. I mean, people watch this thing. I heard a rumor, and you tell me if you've heard this too, that there was this guy who was pretending to be old and senile so that he would get out of the presidential race and bring in his... no, I heard that was fixed. Really, he's sharp as a tack. Sharp as a tack. The guy's doing jumping jacks right now.
I'll say this about that guy. I'm pretty sure that he voted red.
For Trump. That's what a lot of people are saying.
It's funny.
I mean, Joe Biden showing up to the polling places with a red dress on. I mean, come on. That's a big F you into the face of the person that basically kicked him out.
One thing I can tell you, he was seeing red when he voted. There's no doubt about it. He couldn't have been happy.
Yeah,
so. All right, Joe, thank you.
Have you seen a happier politician in the past couple of weeks than Joe Biden?
Right?
I mean, he's like skipping around the White House.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. Skipping, by the way. I mean, just that alone is like, I didn't think he could do it.
And that White House meeting, they were both smiling ear to ear.
Smiling.
Right, as long as you can keep him away from the sand, he should be okay.
That's right. Okay. All right. Thank you, Joe. And have a great Thanksgiving.
You too. Take care.
A poll, speaking of Thanksgiving, has found that Thanksgiving is the 10th booziest holiday in America.
Bougiest?
Boozy.
Oh,
yes.
Boozy, like getting drunk.
Boozy.
Yeah.
With a Z.
Well, especially the day before.
10th?
That's like a big... Well, yeah, that seems... like, how many other holidays are there?
Well,
it's right up there.
Super Bowl is big.
Oh, is that really a holiday?
It's considered a holiday in America.
Okay.
Not really, but
we don't get the day off after.
We don't, but because it's on a Sunday.
Yeah.
It's like Easter. Do you get the day off for Easter? No.
Like nobody's getting crunk at Easter. Is Easter more of a boozy holiday than...
For some people, every holiday is...
That's true, yeah.
Every day is a holiday that's a drinking holiday that's a day.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I would think that the day before Thanksgiving might be boozier than...
Yeah, but I would kind of lump that into the Thanksgiving holiday package.
Anyway, so here's what is thought of here. Alcohol.com has come up with a drinking game for Thanksgiving to maybe bring Thanksgiving up to where it belongs in the rankings of boozy holidays. And here's a few. Turkey, the easiest of them all would be requiring everyone take a sip every time the word turkey is mentioned. Oh, got to take another drink.
Hey, tempt the turkey.
Take a sip while watching the Macy's Day Parade. Take a sip every time a character balloon floats by. 2 sips if the announcer mentions how many helium tanks it took to fill it. Chug if a balloon bumps a building or starts deflating. Take a shot when obvious lip syncing is spotted during a performance.
Every performance.
Yeah. There's the family gossip drinking game. Sip when gossip is spilled about someone not at the table. 2 sips if the gossip is new. Chug if somebody says, I shouldn't be telling you this, but that's one of my favorites.
Well, this drinking game would allow people to be bombed before the appetizers or snacks.
Oh, yeah, you're bombed all day.
If you're drinking at the parade, you're done for.
Football, sip every time there's a first down, 2 sips for a touchdown. Commentators mentioning Thanksgiving tradition, you get 3 sips. Chug on a turnover, or if the camera turns to fans eating Thanksgiving food. You can also pick players and make everyone else drink when your player scores.
Okay.
There's the gravy shot roulette. Fill a shot glass with vodka, and 1 vodka and a touch of gravy. 1 has vodka with a touch of gravy. So what you would do is the one who picks the gravy shot wins Thanksgiving bragging rights. That's stupid. There's Name That Dish. Somebody, you blindfold them, you make them taste it. They get it wrong, they have to drink. They get it right, they drink too. I mean, that's a guaranteed drinking game. But if you're somebody like Andrew who doesn't drink anymore, there's no thrill in drinking NA beer.
Yeah.
I don't believe.
It's just for the taste.
But no headache. None of that. Coming in 2025, Predator versus Spider-Man.
What?
Over the past couple of years, Marvel's been getting some mileage out of pushing out comics that reach into the franchises of the 20th century, with Alien and Predator getting most of the attention. These projects have also involved a few crossover books that have gotten love from fans. Reportedly, one crossover book that's in the works involves Spider-Man against Predator coming next year. It'll be a big title, seeing Peter Parker in the crosshairs of the mighty hunter. It comes after the most recent adventure between Predator versus Black Panther.
The desperation of Hollywood.
And I think you're absolutely right. I do want to tell you that there's still an opportunity for you to log on to NewYorkSash.com. And you know that New York Sash deals in windows, doors, siding, bath systems. Their bath, you get a brand new bathroom in just a matter of a day or 2. And they're beautiful bathrooms, improving the value of your home significantly. You can trust their family to help your family, and right now, you can trust you'll have a chance to win, no purchase necessary, if you go to their website and sign up for the great $25,000 home improvement giveaway from New York Sash. Just go to newyorksash.com. You'll see the $25,000 home improvement giveaway icon. Click on it, and away you go. Sign up. There is absolutely no purchase necessary. And at the home show, which is coming up in February, you could be the winner of $25,000 in home improvement from New York Sash. All right, Dave, you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know you're not here tomorrow. We will be,
you too,
however.
Fellas.
Be here tomorrow. Enjoy your day.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome. W295DI. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
The firing has not ceased yet. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. As Israel's cabinet meets today to consider a U.S. brokered deal to pause the fighting with Hezbollah militants in Lebanon, Israeli airstrikes hit Beirut, prompting evacuations after more Hezbollah rockets were fired into Israel last night.
Israeli troops began a land invasion of Lebanon almost 2 months ago in response to nearly a year of rocket attacks from Hezbollah. A U.S. brokered ceasefire would see those soldiers withdraw and Hezbollah fighters move well back from the Israeli border.
As Fox's Jonathan Savage, a police officer is being mourned in Greenville, Texas, where he was shot last night in a confrontation with a gunman and killed in a wooded area behind homes. That suspect was also hit by return fire. We don't know the extent of those injuries. The incoming Trump border czar will go to the Texas border today. And Tom Homan tells Fox one priority is locating some migrant children allowed into the U.S. illegally the Biden administration lost track of.
And President Trump is committed, in addition to securing the border and having a deportation operation, is to find and locate these 300,000 children, because many of them are going to be in forced labor, many of them in forced sex trade. We need to save these children.
Some Democratic mayors and governors are readying resistance to the Trump mass deportations next year. Now, the president-elect is also accusing Mexico and Canada of having ridiculous open borders, allowing migrants and drugs to flow in, saying he will impose 25% tariffs on all products Mexico and Canada send to the U.S.
Trump is also threatening to charge an additional 10% tariff on goods coming from China, pointing to the amount of fentanyl coming from the country. The three countries are the largest trading partners of the United States, so the tariffs could have implications for several industries like automakers, farmers, and food packagers.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. The Thanksgiving travel rush is on with a busy morning at airports. This man in Atlanta says this is how to avoid the stress.
Get here early, relax a little bit, have something to eat.
So far, only 45 flights canceled, but there are nearly 600 delays. America's listening to Fox News.
Police officer and K-9 handler Jacob Russell Chaffins was fatally shot while attempting to serve warrants for domestic violence offenses. And thanks to friends like you and your generosity, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation gave the Chaffins family the gift of a mortgage-free home. There's so much more to do, and to say thank you to our nation's heroes and their families for their immense sacrifices, all for us. Donate $11 a month. Go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org. When they say free, they really mean check the fine print. They say free iPhone, but only if you trade in your $1,000 phone, pay $100 a month for unlimited data, and also a $35 activation fee. Now, Pure Talk, they have a better option. You'll get a brand new iPhone 14 with unlimited talk, text, 15 gigabytes of data, mobile hotspot for just